Hello, what's good, y'all? You already know who it is. It's your boy Mac of all games, master of none, and I'm not in my chair today. Do you know why I'm not in my chair today? Can you say chair in Spanish? I sure can't. I'm not in my chair because I just don't want to be. So, we're here. What's good? You already know what we doing today. Welcome on in. Appreciate y'all for being here. Today is another interview with a creative starring PurplePixxel, who is coming through. Say raid, but sharing her existence with us, because if she ain't chatting, Perp, what's
How
goody?
you doing? Happy Monday. What's up?
I'm doing well, thank you. Happy Monday to you as well. How are we? How was our day today?
Oh man, see what had happened was
I don't
that
want to hear no excuses. I said, I want to hear no excuses. I don't ask for excuses. What's good, Jacob? Thank you for coming through.
what's up, Jacob? I actually stayed up way too late playing some Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, we
And
know.
so yeah, yeah. And so I went to work tired, but then like that doesn't stop me from going to the gym. So went to the gym today. I actually hit my goal. I did 300 pounds on the leg press. So yay.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
She's saying she could crush niggas in her thighs.
not yet.
Sign up. Sign
Not
up.
yet. Not yet. I don't know. People are still waiting for the battle royale that's supposed to be going on for that, for that prize. But
I'm
you know,
interested.
oh my lord. Uh, but after that, shoot, I'm tired.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I, I saw I saw you, I saw Sora, and I saw Crew all playing goddamn Hogwarts Legacy last night. Nobody streaming though. Y'all just playing the game. I'm looking at my Twitch like, ain't nobody here streaming. What the? Y'all got hooked. Y'all hook, line, and sinkered.
Because I'm gonna tell you this, Mac. It is a game that you have to experience and just play and have to yourself. Like any other game, it's cool. You can stream it, but that's a game that you just like gotta sit down and just really play yourself. Like, is that
Right.
good? Is that good?
You
Eh,
said, yeah, exactly. They're gonna be 50 hours ahead. They're gonna have every single spell in the whole damn
You
book, and we're gonna be looking at them. They're just gonna be fucking blasting everybody they see, and every at the end of the game. I'm like, damn. But it's
you
cool. That's not what we're here for. We're not
right.
trying to give that game any more credit than it already has. I'm trying to sell people in this game. But welcome on in, everybody. First off,
Welcome.
do if you have a question for Perp, please go to the bottom and use the little question mark with the message symbol and ask some questions that you want to really ask her. I will decide whether or not to ask them in the future. But, it is what it is. So,
Trying to
Perp,
levioso. I'm trying to levioso them draws. I'm sorry.
and you talk about your chat and you wonder why your chat like this. This is crazy.
Look, look,
I
look,
can't I can't even click this.
look. There's a whole story behind that. There's a
I
whole story. You know,
I don't know if I want to hear the story.
it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Be my guest. We ain't start any questions. We ain't even start the interview yet. Be my guest. She's just chatting on the interview.
You're
We gonna be here for 4 hours.
you're right. Um, See what had happened was, I was like walking in the halls, you feel me, of like Hogwarts, and I like on the corner of my eye, like the side of my eye, I seen like this cute I seen this cute little boy, like this cute little boy. He was a cute little Gryffindor boy, and I was like, hold on, honey, you look cute, and like he had the caramel skin, he had like a nice fade to him, and stuff like that. So I was just like, let me go and talk to him. So I just walked over there and I was like, like I just want to, like, I want to know your name. Can I get to know you and stuff like that? So, we was chatting. Chatting it up. And
Okay.
so, and I was like, baby, I could light up your world, you feel me? And then,
Okay.
it got the conversation got deeper and something. So I was like, okay, like, look, boo, I got a whole career that's waiting on me outside of magic, you feel me? And, I'm trying to float your boat. I'm trying to live your so them draws off, you feel me? Like, what's up? What's up? He's cute. I was like, can we like have relationships? 'Cause he was looking mighty fine. I'm just saying. Oh my God. Mad late for potions class because you flirted. Okay.
I don't know what to say about that one, but I hope that you get your. I hope y'all have a little little wizard or something,
Yeah.
for the future.
I don't know his name, but I was trying to get them draws. You feel me?
You'll see him again, I'm sure.
Yeah. I seen him in the garden. So it was meant to be, Mac. It was meant to be.
Okay, I believe you. I'm not believe you. Again, appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all definitely ask Perp some questions because I'm still trying to get to mine.
Sorry.
Um, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. So first question is, where did the name PurplePixxel come from?
Okay. Well, when I decided to get into Twitch, it was like, before we got like everything or everything to start streaming. I was just like,
Right.
look, I need a good name. And I didn't like my old nicknames that I used for like PlayStation or like, like different accounts. So I was like, my favorite color is purple.
Okay.
And video games are made up of thousands and thousands of pixels. So I was just like, let me combine them. And then like that's literally how it happened. It's not like some crazy thought out story, but
So
uh,
we can literally us some draws, but we can't create a better story of how we created our name. That's crazy. I don't appreciate this. I want to hear you went through the battlefield. You got shot in the leg or something, and your blood was purple. And then you had to, like, I don't know, train a bunch of kids, and their name were Pixels, and you put them together. I don't know. Make it interesting. Do better. We're gonna restart the interview. Hold up.
what?
1 second.
Okay.
What's good, y'all? My name is Mac of All Games. You already know what we're here for. We're here for the interview with PurplePixxel, and she's about to tell us where her name come from.
Okay. So see what happened was that, like, look, um, it was me and like three other people, man. We had our backs against the walls, you feel me? And like there was another squad coming, like an enemy squad coming up, you
Right,
feel me? And
right.
like, and we were panicking and we didn't know what to do. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then like what like one of my people, they was like they was gonna snitch and be like, yo, they over here. So we was
Facts.
like, nah, we gotta pop this
Facts.
nigga right here.
Facts.
Okay.
I feel it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
feeling
feel
you.
me?
I'm feeling
Okay.
the vibe. Go ahead.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. And
You got shot? I assume somebody got shot, yeah?
yeah, no. I'm getting to that,
Okay, go
So
ahead. Proceed.
so yeah, old dude yelled down like, look, hey yo, they over here, boo. They over here. Let me be free. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? So let me
Mm-hmm.
go. So we was like, nah, this nigga a snitch. So we popped that nigga
Ooh.
and
Hey,
yeah. He got shot.
he deserved it.
He
Mm.
deserved it. There you go. There you go. Um
Continue
uh,
to the purple pixel part.
uh,
We get people getting shot, niggas snitching, but no one's purple pixel. Get out of here! We don't hear that shit no more. Y'all heard the origin story. She made it up between her favorite color and the things that are made games are made by. We done. It's over. She failed.
look, man, I won the fight. I didn't know what to say.
I
You
know.
just like you
I
found a
was
short story.
I was thinking that shit too. And the nigga swung his body to the side. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, sir. Vaughn was saying that for Vaughn was saying that for a good minute, and I just could not get over it. Anyways, he said it's the longest origin story. Facts. Anyways, proceeding to the next question. What kind of games are you into, Perp?
Um,
That you actually play?
I'm into really like whatever I just find appealing. Like I mainly like a lot of story games that have like a lot of plot-based story games that like the story is just flipping amazing and it's something memorable. Like my favorite game of all time, and I will say it again, I
We
played
didn't
it
get to that
about
question
three.
yet. No, just kidding.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Proceed. Proceed. You jumping 7 questions
All right,
ahead, but it's cool.
I won't say, I won't say,
You should take it over my interview again.
I
Damn.
won't say, I won't
I'm
say,
about to rename this shit.
I won't say my favorite game, but other than that, other than plot and story-based games, I am really into racing games. I do stream not a long time ago, but a while back, I was really heavily into Need for Speed Heat. I have Need for Speed Unbound, and I've been on there, kind
Mm.
of offline, like off of Twitch or whatever, offline. And I do like FPS games. Uh, do like act like I am trying to get more into fighting games, but I am not that good at them. So it just comes with practice and stuff like that. So really it's just like story-based games, racing games, I want a game to make me feel okay. And like I am very much immersed into the environment or something that if you get what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah.
For some reason, Harry Potter's Hogwarts of Legacies is making the quivering of the quivers
Yes.
quiver for some
It's
reason.
that
So
good. It's that good. And it's just like when a company puts that much attention to detail, and I'm saying this right now, I'm gonna need all these other companies to like look at Hogwarts Legacy as an example of what they should follow because it's just it goes more than just, oh, there's a lot of architecture, there's a lot of decorations. No, there's a lot of attention to detail when it comes to how alive the environment is. And it actually makes you feel like you are within the wizarding world of Hogwarts and stuff like that, of Harry Potter and or whatever. So it goes more than that. And it's just a game that is so addictive that you just do not want to put down. Like you just want to keep progressing, and trying to figure out more of the story. It's just
right.
little things, within the environment that happens, and you're just like, oh, shoot, that's pretty cool, or something like that. I remember there were two ghosts. It was like a wife and a husband, and the wife of the ghost of the wife was like chasing the husband with an axe or something like that. It's just like crazy things like that, or like when you go to like Hogsmeade, um, there's
Yeah,
that,
we getting the whole details. Y'all see how I am about Sparkling Ice. She is on Hogwarts Legacy. I'm just sitting here like, okay, I might have to. I mean, continue. He
um,
interrupted you. Go ahead.
yeah, it's all right. Like when you go to Hogsmeade, there are like different shops, and a lot of them are accessible. And then like there are some shops that that are accessible, but you can't really buy anything from. And so like me and my brother were just talking about this today, Taner, and like how like and there's Honey Dukes. It's a shop called Honey Dukes, and it's a candy shop, and they have like little cotton candies just dancing and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Then there's like a whole cannon of like confetti that you press it and just just powder and everything just comes. It's just alive. Okay, a game can have the architecture could be so detailed or whatever, but the NPCs, they're just kind of there.
Yeah.
And but with Hogwarts Legacy, I feel like everything just feels like I said, the only way I can describe it is that it feels alive, and like you're a part of this environment, you're a part of this world. And a lot of games don't ever make me feel like that. It's just like, okay, you're a character, you can customize them, and then we put you out into the world, you do what you got to do, go to this mission, go to that mission. Nah, bruh. It's just
Mhm.
little things like that, that just kind of just grab your attention because I got like I said when I seen the wife chasing the husband with the axe. I
Right.
immediately stopped what I was doing and I followed them. I followed them for like a good minute trying to see what was gonna happen, you know.
Right.
It's just kind of things like that. And yeah.
No, I understand. I feel like, yeah, I think that until I play that game, my game that is similar to that is The Witcher 3.
Mm,
I loved The Witcher 3. It was very interactive. There was a lot of NPCs, and your actions had choices. If you didn't save this person, they'll be dead the entire game. They're not randomly coming back
mm.
to life. You fail missions completely for the entire
Oh
playthrough. If you're
yeah.
playing for 40 hours,
Really.
it's over. You know, you got,
Mm,
I know, like one of the very big first beginning missions was you got to like protect these people from these monsters. I fucked that shit up. It was like, oh, okay, you failed it, and in your quest log of all the things you failed is that mission. You failed to save these people. They're not coming back to that. And then, there's some main characters that do the same thing. You choose, your main character to either go with you or to stay behind or whatever it is. And at the end of the game, they're no longer there. And you're like, why are they not here? And then they're like, well, because of this choice that you made earlier in the game,
mhm.
they had died behind the scenes because you did this.
Oh.
And The Witcher and The Witcher 3 is such a great game to me, and it really does put you um in that environment. So the same thing that you're describing with that is the same thing I feel about that game, about The Witcher. It was just a lot, and I spent a lot of time on The Witcher before I actually beat it, including the DLC. But it was a good game.
Mhm.
I think story-based games are fun. I and I told this story just the other day. It depends on who you are, whether or not you are able to stream story-based games. If you're recording it, there's a different story. But if you are streaming a story-based games, you're either going to be the percentage of people that people want to watch you play this game and enjoy that game with you, or you're going to be the percentage of people that no one's watching because they don't want to be spoiled by that game and they just don't want to watch it with you.
Right.
And, I am on the other side of the ladder that I just know that people are not going to want to watch me play certain games, especially story-based games, because I want to explore. And that's what happened to me with, what game did I play, the offline? Shit. It wasn't Callisto Protocol. It was something else. But I forgot what game it was. I started the game on the stream, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm not finished this on stream. Nobody was coming around when I was playing this. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to play this offline. And I finished the game, beat it, and it was great. I don't remember the game, though. But it depends depends on the person. Uh, shit. I'm trying to wave at
Yeah.
everybody coming through.
No,
But
I completely agree with that, But then again, I just have this attitude, like, nigga, if I'm gonna play this game, if I feel like playing this game, I'm gonna play it. Y'all just gonna have to sit here and watch it, you know?
right, there's nothing wrong with that. Welcome in, James. Appreciate y'all again for coming through. Definitely, again, if you have questions for Perp, I don't know if we're gonna get to these questions, but if you have questions for Perp, put it at the bottom where the question mark in the message bubble is. But no, I mean, I felt that way too, but it also is it really depends because you get bored. Like for me personally, I get tired of these lights. These are bright ass fucking lights. They are annoying as hell. I
Yeah.
am suffering for my community, for my stream, and at the end of the day, I
Mm.
want these motherfuckers off when I'm playing video games. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm tired of these lights most of
What
the time.
what viewers don't understand that have like never streamed before is that it get real hot. Like you got, like your PC, you got like a console, my case, and you got this big old bright light that's sitting right in front of you that's like beaming down. That doesn't get you hot, bruh. And like by the end of the night, and for somebody like me that stream for like six to 8 hours,
Right.
um, it get real. Like I'm gonna just say, like you ain't coming out there smelling too fresh. I'm just saying, like it get real.
It does.
I'm just
It gets a lot. I don't have I don't think I have the heat problem. I just got my eyes just be irritated. Like I have a lot of all my screens have blue light. Blue light things on them
mm-hmm.
because I don't like that. I don't like the bright ass lights. But you know, you sitting there for hours, you staring at the screen. If you enjoy the game, proceed to enjoy the game on stream, but
Yeah.
you may not get that many viewerships. You know what I'm saying? Because other people want to play the games. For me personally, I be lurking because I want to play the game myself eventually. Other people just may not want to watch this specific person play this. Play Harry Potter. Um, Regardless, and it's the same way I felt like with God of War. Everybody's streaming God of War.
Yeah.
Everybody's streaming Hogwarts Legacy. Everybody's doing that. So if you already don't have a big community, or some random person out of the millions of people that was watching other people, is coming to your stream to watch you play to see, some specific part that they really liked, or like some or to backseat you, like, oh, I know how to get the best spell. You want to know?
Yeah.
You want to know? I can tell you.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it is. It's just it really depends on the person.
For me,
Next,
though, like my chat has told me several times, they don't come there to see my gameplay. They just come there to talk to me, and I'm just like, I don't know
exactly.
how to feel. I mean, it makes me feel some type of way. And I'm just like, look, I'm not trying to be a just chatter streamer. Like I'm actually trying to, sit here and play a game. But they tell me all the time. They remind me all the time, like, oh no, we're just here to to talk to you and just to be here with the vibes or whatever. And I'm just like, thank you, but then again, it's just like I don't know, bro. Like, like I'm trying to provide quality content, or something. I don't know for games.
No, I mean it's not a bad
Well,
thing. It's not a bad thing. Uh, yes, man. Personality does matter, and that's
yeah,
just that's something that I know that Perp has achieved without trying so hard to achieve it. Is that she grew her community organically. She's not out here, selling flyers like, "Hey, watch my stream, watch my stream. I'm a great content creator." Blah 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 blah. It's just a natural flow of things where people talk, she talks back. This is her interview, and I mean that I'm actually being interviewed by her. So it's just like that. That's just the way it flows. Um, and she's a great conversationalist. You get her started, she's gonna keep going, which is not a
right.
bad thing. You know what I'm saying? And from one conversation or one topic to the other, and you leap it, and then 6 hours later, you done played only 30 minutes of God of War.
See,
So
the thing. Look, my chat gets on me about that all the time. Like Grimes, especially when I started God of War for like a good bit, he was like, he always comes to my stream. Oh, Perp still just chatting. He'll be like, oh, I'll come back in like 3 hours. The game might actually start by then. But look, I was a person, that was like, well, I don't know. Maybe this might be a question later on, and you might want to save it or whatever. But
proceed.
I feel like I'm jumping ahead, but I was the person that just really didn't like talk a lot. So like once I got real comfortable or whatever with streaming and actually talking to people online, because I wasn't a good conversationalist. Like I would always let like conversation die when I talk to people, would always be bland, stuff like that. And I wonder like, what's going on? Like is it me? It was me. It was definitely me. So I kind of worked on that throughout throughout the years or whatever, and gotten much better and a lot more comfortable talking to people. So yeah, that's just kind of how that go. And then like I don't know, I was quiet, and then like now I'm not, and so now I can't shut up. That's how it's going right now.
I get it. I mean, you tend to, and I'm not saying you personally, but like in general, people try to, they try to grow. I want to say grow out of being certain ways. If you're a shy child, if you're a quiet child, you want to be loud. And then sometimes some people who are loud want to be less loud. They want to be quiet. It just depends on the environment and the people that they are around. When you try to get a job, you can't really be like, yeah, I would like a job. Can you
You
help me get
can't.
a job?
Absolutely not.
Like, I really would like this job. Or, you
Absolutely
ain't gonna be a librarian. You're talking about, hey, You want a buck? You know what I'm saying? Like, it really depends. It really depends on the circumstances, situations. Um, even I mean, I'm still learning to be like that myself. I need. I can start conversations, but it really depends on the people, or keep conversation going. The person depends on the people I'm talking to. Um, I suffer from a lot of stuttering. I stop a lot. I say all the time. I'm trying
That's
to get away from I'm trying
me.
to get more of
That's
silence.
me. I
So
stutter, family stutter. I say, I don't know, and all of that stuff, or whatever. You see, but it's just the thing is that that's me. Like I'm not gonna change that. I mean, I want to. I want to be better, or would it be better? What's the word? Better, more articulate with my words and how I speak, but that is just me, and you either gonna like it or you're not.
right.
That's really where I'm at this point. So
I think, well, it depends on what type of people you are, or what type of person you are, where you come from. But a lot of stuff that happens like that, specifically for me, that's depression and PTSD and a lot of negative mental things that fuck up my brain, so my brain don't work the way I would like it to. And it just varies from person to person. But if somebody have a conversation with me, then cool. But I also have a very
like
not,
standoffish kind of personality.
I guess I'm just like, okay, cool, because I don't care about a lot of things. I tell that to people all the time. Somebody comes to me about sports, let's talk about the Super Bowl. Somebody won, right? So
Or somebody
Rihanna's
funny.
pregnant, right? That's the only reason why we all watched it yesterday. Yeah, that was
So
yesterday.
I said
But yeah,
that my behind was on Hogwarts Legacy the whole night. Like, what's up? And I was getting my behind ready for work. Okay. Mm-mm.
that's crazy. You really missed it out. You really missed out. That's funny. That's wild. You would rather play Hogwarts Legacy than watch Rihanna dance or Scoop. I guess since she's pregnant,
Oh,
Scoop
I
would be the
mean,
better word. Scoop. Anyways,
congratulations. Congratulations. I ain't getting paid. What's up?
that's
That
crazy.
doesn't really benefit my life. I mean, she cool. Just saying. Just like people get pregnant every day, you know?
Yeah, I mean you're right. And some people just don't know how to pull out. Anyways, next question. Out of the 20 questions that we have, we are on the third one, fourth one. Sorry.
Good. We're doing good.
We doing good. We'll see if I make my. We'll see if this is going to be a Black Roger or a Black Gold Roger, or is this going to be somebody else that actually was in that time.
I can talk a lot.
Mm, I'm gonna start skipping around questions. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. All right. So, what was your very favorite game?
My favorite game is BioShock Infinite. I
Good. I'm
absolutely
just. I'm kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't have no qualms. Go ahead.
okay. BioShock Infinite is my one of my top favorite games because it was a story based game, and the way that it was executed, even though it wasn't even supposed to go that route, it was still beautifully done. It touched on a lot of kind of uh heavy subjects such as racism and discrimination uh,
Mm-hmm.
in the story, in the combat system just kind of flowed together. And I had never played like a BioShock game before. And so that was really my first one. And I ended up playing it about 3 or 4 times. And I was gonna play it on stream again.
What's stopping
Eventually.
you?
Um
Just chatter?
that definitely that. And I'm trying to be better when it comes to finishing games that I start. I know I'm bad with that. I am working on it. I know I have a problem, but you can't just be throwing all these games in my face. Pause,
You
and expect
said
me to
games.
like, huh?
I think you said games. Nobody said balls. Nobody
I'm
said
just,
slongs,
I'm just
sling
saying
slongs, ding
because
ding dongs.
I just look,
Said games.
I just say pause just in case, somebody want to be like, what you throwing up in your face, or what's being thrown up in your face, that type of stuff.
I was about to say
So
nothing. I was about to say nothing. That might have been Jaw, maybe, but I mean, I get it.
yeah,
Uh, proceed, proceed with your pausing.
yeah. But yeah. BioShock Infinite is just like, it touches, like I said, it touches on a lot of like sensitive subjects, but the fact that the developers took, wanted to go this route, and even though they would face like, some type of like ridicule for putting these type of subjects in the game, because people like to stray away from sensitive topics like that, but
Right.
it's a part of history, and this is kind of bringing that history to light or whatever. And no, it's just a game that just really, I don't know, spoke to me,
Right.
um
So
and
you're
just,
racist.
huh, you call me racist, you call me racist? No.
You were really excited, like yes, racism. I feel so empowered now. Yeah, God
No,
damn it. Yeah,
not at all. Not at all. Okay, I'm not racist, but I'm just saying it's just the story was just A1 steak sauce. The combat system, the vigors, the powers that you have, that you got along the story. It just was like, oh, this junk is fire. You feel me? Like I said, I had never played, and this was like compared to BioShock and BioShock 2. Infinite took a more kind of bright, sunny approach, as BioShock 1 was more dark and dark and a little twisted. But as you progress through the story of BioShock Infinite, you later figure out that it's not like this happy, like, haven and of a or whatever. It's not what it's all cracked up to be. It's actually very corrupted, and everybody that you think is like, you come into this place thinking that everybody is like nice, but everybody's goddamn freaking racist and everything, and so it just kind of brings that stuff to light, that type of stuff. But yeah. um yeah.
So Bioshock Infinite. I've
Bioshock
played it,
Infinite.
but I've never beaten it. I keep one of my biggest issues with single player games, story based games, is the same problem I have with like movies, especially Marvel movies. I hate being spoiled. It ruins me from the movies. It ruins me from the games sometimes. Um, and Bioshock Infinite, I don't remember the story. I don't remember the ending specifically. It's good,
The
Red.
ending was like,
But
the ending was just blew your mind. What?
I I mean, I've seen it. I just don't remember specifically, and
Okay,
that's my
spoiler alert.
issue.
Spoiler alert.
Um,
Okay, so I'm gonna say it because
it's
so
good, Red.
after Booker DeWitt, which is the main character. What's up, Parrot? What's up, Mac? What's up, Red? After Booker DeWitt takes down you know what? It's been so long. I forgot the name of the freaking city. The city in the clouds. But after Booker DeWitt and Elizabeth takes down the city in General Comstock, which is actually Booker DeWitt in the future. Because Booker DeWitt created this kind of cult society or whatever, and that's how they built the city in the clouds or whatever. It all comes crashing down into the ocean, and that is that eventually turns into Rapture, which is the city under the city under the water, in BioShock 1 and 2. So yeah, like mind blown,
Okay.
at least for
So
me.
another game with a prequel motive. I hate prequel motive games and movies and stuff and so forth, which is funny because that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow.
Mm.
But no, I didn't know that part, but I knew he had something to do with it, and there was a lot. There was a lot. I think the girl was supposed to be his daughter too, or something.
Yeah, the girl
Maybe.
was his daughter.
Yeah.
Mm, mm,
Yeah. Yeah,
mm.
that's what I thought. 1 second. Oh, my leg.
Don't get
Uh,
the crap now. Don't push
uh,
the crap.
I'm good. Uh. So
Ah,
there to hear first. If y'all want access
sorry.
to Perk's heart, buy her Bioshock Infinite.
I already have the game. You want to buy me something,
60
bro? Buy
copies. 600 copies. She can play it multiple times.
nah.
Buy a giant statue of Booker T. That's not his name, but you get what I'm saying. Um, so my
No.
next
Buy me a
question
two
would be,
terabyte SSD. There you go.
that's crazy. She said buy her a whole setup, a whole studio, buy her a whole neighborhood. Now with
I'm
all the
just,
works.
I'm just putting it out there like that. Like, like y'all be complaining about my streams and stuff like that. Y'all want me to have better streams. Well, there you go.
Crazy. You better put the thing up there and say I need money, hoes.
No, no, I will never do that. I just
Just
can't
she,
find. I am a person. If I can't get it on my own, like I don't know. I just, I just gotta do it myself. I don't know why. I just have to. Like it's just ingrained into my DNA. Like if I'm gonna get something, nigga, it's gonna be by my, by not by myself, but by my efforts and my work. I don't know. Just what do you call
you
that?
said she's
There you go.
INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means?
That mean, man.
Um, huh.
Yes.
Okay. What made you want to start streaming, or what made you want to just start your content creation journey?
Um, I well, I years and years and many years ago, like back when I was in middle school, me and my brother had already started like making YouTube videos. Of course, they weren't anything like crazy. They weren't anything good. He started making like A and V videos, and me and him playing Naruto Ultimate Storm, not Storm, but Naruto Ultimate. They one of the really old Naruto games, like one of the first ones that came out.
Mhm.
Um, and I, during that time, I was really into watching like Sims music videos. So
I've never heard of that, but
it was a whole thing back in like the early 2000s. Um,
sound like it. Sound
yeah,
like it.
I was really into it, and I was like, I want to do that. So I figured out, you download a whole bunch of mods, all of that good stuff, and then there's literally a recording system within the game, and that's how I recorded it. Recorded the footage. So I showed it on stream one time. That's it. I ain't showing them videos again. I made two videos, and they were so terrible. So that's kind of like where I started from, or whatever.
Hmm.
Was doing that, and but then when it comes to fast forward, let's see, 2014, 2015, after I got out of high school, um, a friend of ours, me and my brothers, he told us about Twitch, and
Right.
he was just like, there's this website that you can go on, and like you can play video games, and people watch you and stuff like that. So we were just like, okay, and like you can make money off of it.
Yeah.
So we were like, we were like, we should give this a try. And I was just like, any other time, because of me being so shy, I was just like, I just wouldn't want to do something like that, being in front of a lot
Mhm.
of people, so I was really kind of hesitant about it. But like, I think like later on, like maybe like a week or so later, we ended up buying a whole lot of equipment, capture cards. um, we already had a laptop. We bought cameras, all of that, mics, headsets, and that's really how we got started. I didn't start streaming from from like a console or whatever. I started streaming right from the laptop, from a PC, and that was like during those times there weren't a whole lot of black people or even like African American females on Twitch.
Right.
So, I was thinking like, yo, we could really run it up, and really get
Good.
popular on there because there was nobody, like there was just, like you go through all the pages, nothing but white people and like a lot of Asians on there. So, you
Right.
see a black girl, you're just like, what? They in a video? Nah, this can't be,
Right.
So I kind of got on there right when like Grand Theft Auto like released.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Grand Theft Auto was so popular at the time. And like I was racking in like viewers and just everything, but that was before Twitch had an affiliate program.
Mm-hmm.
And before you could like I think make money from that. I don't know, you had to be like really, really popular in order to make money from Twitch at that time. And
Mm.
that was when I just met that old gaming group, forget them niggas. I don't mess with them niggas. I don't like y'all niggas. Okay, y'all done did me dirty. Y'all done call me out my name. All
God
right, all of that. Freaking
damn.
offline, nigga. Come say it to my face, nigga.
God
But
damn.
nah,
Oh, fuck y'all niggas.
forget them hoes because I'm over here prospering. Them niggas done gave up or whatever. Forget them niggas, okay?
Damn.
But yeah, like I said, like but during that time it was a freaking war zone. Like you could not, like you didn't have mods to regulate the chat, so you had to do all of that yourself, and it was like there was so much more racism, so much more like, being called out my name in like just derogatory remarks or something like that. And like a lot of misogynist, sexual remarks,
Right.
and there was nothing I could do, I just had to go through that,
Mm.
during that time. And you had to have some thick skin for real. You cannot take whatever they said to heart or whatever, It was just like every day it would be something like that,
Right.
So, but it it was a it was just a crazy experience, and that was when Twitch was actually banning people for banning women for showing too much cleavage. And, nowadays they got women in freaking hot tubs and stuff like that, and doing freaking
Yeah.
yoga poses and got their butt all up in the camera and stuff. Twitch was definitely different back in the day. I can't remember, that nigga sounds so old, but
I'm the oldest, and yeah, it makes you feel or sound kind of old,
Betty.
but it ain't that old. I think that you know there's people that don't know what floppy disks
Yeah.
are, and I saw a whole video about that. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew what an 8-track tape was. I wasn't born in that
Yeah.
era, but how
I
you
don't know what it
born?
was, though.
It don't know what a floppy disk is. No one knows the A drive and all that other
Nobody
shit. It
knows
doesn't matter.
about
Anyways,
dial-up internet. Nobody remembers that sound, like having to unplug the phone, the home phone, and putting it into the computer. And nigga,
privilege.
your internet was on a disc, okay? Your internet was on a disc. I know you remember that.
Fucking privileged ass niggas.
Right.
God
There
damn.
was
They
no such
living
thing as
life.
no Wi-Fi. Heck no,
Uh,
nigga. We had to take it out the phone and put it into the computer. I remember like coming home from school, and like me and my brother, we had one computer, one desktop. We destroyed that thing because we downloaded a whole bunch of music on LimeWire. Gave our computer freaking cancer. But I'm getting sidetracked. But we like every day after school we would come home. My mom, she would like go, she would be at work, and so we would like take the the cord out the phone and put it into the computer, and we get on the internet, play some games and stuff like that, go on YouTube or whatever. I'm snitching, I don't care, we old enough now. And so we would get on the internet, and then like when my mom would come home, she would be like, "Why ain't y'all answer the phone?" And we'd be like, "Oh, we was asleep." we didn't. We were taking a nap, and that was our excuse every single time. Every single time, we all like, oh, we were asleep. We didn't hear it.
Damn.
What kid goes to sleep right after school? Come on now.
I understand. Yeah, those are terrible, terrible times. I remember when I got a virus on my computer for the first time, and it was just, from those websites.
Oh,
From those
now she
websites,
go.
I
Oh
was
my!
young.
What you looking at?
I was young and tired. Okay, and I was, when you get a virus on your computer get really messed up. When back in those days, you don't know what the
Mhm.
fuck's going on. My computer was just all types of. I was like, oh no, she gonna find out, and it happened several times because I was several times that way. And I was like, oh, no, I don't know what happened,
Mhm.
and it was, you'd be clicking around, you click one thing, and then it's like boobs, and then it's like then you click something else, boobs for free. It was like it was just really, and those pop-ups was crazy. I'm like,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know what happened, Mom. I just pressed the wrong button, and this did that, did that. I got my ass whooped, several times, and then I figured out the system. I
Ooh,
figured out the system.
what
You
was the
see,
system?
the man did not tell you that when you go into your files, you just delete the thing get downloaded on the computer and it will disappear and make that shit go away. So when I got the last virus that I had gotten on that computer, I deleted it and then it disappeared. And I said, I'm smart. So then I kept raiding the websites and
Mhm.
then the computer broke. So,
Ooh,
story
that
is stop touching the websites.
that
Stay
actually
away.
reminds me. I wasn't on one of them websites. Okay, let me clarify that. But I clicked something and like, yo, my whole computer went black. It wouldn't start up or nothing. It went black, and I was like, I don't know what happened. And so like I took it to my mom, and I was just like, we gotta like something happened. I don't know, there was a virus or something like that I got on the computer, and we had to take it to the shop and get it like repaired. It was that bad. I don't know
Jeez.
what happened. Huh?
I said, geez.
Yeah.
I think the worst virus I ever got was what happened. I don't remember what happened. Obviously, those websites. I don't remember what happened exactly, but the virus was so bad it wouldn't let me leave the screen I was
Uh-huh.
on. Like it wouldn't let me do anything. It was like, we are the FBI. We know what you
That's
did. Blah blah
the
blah blah
same
blah.
message I got too.
And
That
I
was
was
the That was the same. No, no, no. That was the same message I got, and then then like the webcam on my computer turned on because it has a light whenever it flicks on. I was like, "Oh my god, what did I do?" You know,
right.
and I was like, I was freaking out. I was freaking out, but she ain't got me.
I got around it because I deleted off my computer. I'm just like, okay, well,
That's the thing. That's the thing. I couldn't even get to the desktop to delete anything. It just went
yeah,
black after that, and like. And I was just like, oh my God, I don't know what happened.
right,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Stay away from those websites. That was the lesson, and we ain't talk about nothing that had anything about starting your content creation journey. um, so uh, yeah, I think a lot of people. I mean, even I started back in when YouTube was really young. We had a couple of people. I don't remember any of the people's names, but I did AMVs.
Mhm.
I did like 3 or 4. Like my but I did a Naruto EMV. It was my highest viewed video. It had 500 high 500,000 views,
Mhm.
but I had deleted it because it was like this is copyrighted. So I was like,
Yeah.
damn. But that was like more recently, like in the
Uh-huh.
last 3 or 4 years. And I was like, well, shit, I'm just going to delete it then. So I got rid of it.
Mhm.
It no longer exists. You'll never see it again. Maybe you would like on those flashback websites, but I don't got no more. It was really good. But I also, the reason why I had so many views was that I named it Naruto 221. There isn't 221 episodes. There's only 220. So
Right.
people was like, oh shit, there's another
You're
episode.
wrong
And
for
I was just like,
that, man.
I
You're getting people's hopes
don't give a
up.
fuck. I needed my views. Fuck
Uh,
them. They enjoyed it though. They enjoyed it though.
oh
They were
no.
like, oh, this is so sweet. This is so awesome. But fuck you for making this fake me out.
No. I
But,
feel that.
I think that, starting when I never really looked at Twitch back in the day. Like my whole thing was I wasn't thinking about making any content back in 2020 or 2014. Like I wasn't thinking about that. I just started my job. I was just working. I was playing video games. That was it. So to start for some early, and it kind of reminded me with everybody else that I talked to, somewhere that I started from a young age, not a young age, but I started content creation early, with like John, his background in editing and, Black Gold Roger, learning from other people, getting that content creation vibe from other people that live in his city, and, you know, to start so young and to come back to it, like I'm glad that she didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people have given up or have had to give up because of certain situations that circumstances they can't control. I know I can't remember which one of us did, but I know one of us started. It might have been Tanair. We started before, stopped, quit, they started again. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he
Yes.
does. Well, we love him though. 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry, my allergies is fucking me up now. But uh, I'm trying to exist. I'm trying to exist. I exist. But just imagine how Twitch was back in the day compared to how it is now, considering how shitty it is. At times, especially with the people that are involved. With that whole hate raid that we had the year before last, because it wasn't last year, it was the year before last. I think, with that whole situation, to grow on this platform specifically as a black person is tough. And I'm glad to see that certain black people have been able to rise past it. But there's so many more black people that should be out there on the field. And I think they improved, because I saw somebody post that there was a lot more improvement during this month of more black faces
Always.
on black faces on the front page or whatever. So cool. And kudos to you for continuing. Now, is your channel the same channel you've had for the last, since 2014, 15?
It's the same channel. Yeah, it's the same channel. I've been able to,
Okay.
like, I stopped for personal reasons. That I'm not
Right.
going to mention, but I stopped. Took a 5-year hiatus from Twitch. Because I was just going through some things or whatever, and I was kind of then like I always said though during this time, like I want to get back into it. I've always wanted to get back into streaming. This is something that I love to do so much.
Right.
It was it's a hobby for me, and it makes me more relaxed, I guess. And I've been really just it's like during that time I just really wanted to get back into it because I missed it so much. And I didn't have my computer at the time wasn't it wasn't able to do anything, so I made a commitment to myself. I told myself if I buy the laptop that I have now, that I was going to commit to Twitch, and streaming. And really it wasn't for streaming. It was supposed to be for YouTube. I wanted to get back into making content for YouTube because I had during like 2015, 2016, I was posting a lot more videos. That's what you see on my channel. But and I tried to to do that at first, but it just would not work with my schedule because it takes so much time to edit
Yeah.
and, record content. And then I had to deal with technical difficulties with the game capture device, like, like just spazzing out and, not, and then like I make mistake and I'd be muted for like a whole playthrough, and
Yeah.
that things like that just irritated me. So I was like, bruh, it's not working with my schedule. As much as I really want to do YouTube and stuff like that, it's just not possible. So that's when I just decided, like, okay, I'm just gonna just go back into Twitch, and stream. It was weird at first because it had been so long since I had last streamed, and I
Right.
didn't know if people were going to even remember me. People were going to even come up, like pull through. And for a good minute, when you get back into it, when you're like just not starting, people don't know you, and so you don't have that many viewers or something.
Right.
Definitely don't have people that are more consistent with coming to the streams, but all of that really changed. Really, I don't know, like at the end of 2020, at the beginning of 2021. So,
Mm.
yeah, it was like, and then even more so when when I when I joined the group and stuff. So, um, after that, things just kind of took off from there,
Mm.
honestly.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, we're gonna be skipping around a little bit.
Hey, crew.
I'm not gonna ask that question. um,
This is
let's see.
this is your interview. Hi,
Yeah, but I'm trying to
Sunday.
keep my time. I'm trying to keep my time.
What is
I gotta keep my
time?
time.
What is time?
Well, this time, but an essence of something that nobody cares about, I guess. Um,
That's not.
Jesus, being stupid. I hate allergies. Um, yeah, we're gonna skip that one. Fuck that question.
Okay.
What goals do you want to accomplish this year for your content? There you go. What's good, John? I mean, what's good, crew? Sorry.
My goals. Let me see. I mean, like I said, Twitch for me is nothing but a hobby. Um, So, like I can say, I mean, I don't really have a certain like a follower goal that I'm really reaching for. If you come through and just like enjoy the vibes, I'm happy with that. I don't look to make money off of here. I'm just, it's kind of like Twitch for me is just something that it's just something fun to do. And that kind of helped me get out of my shell when growing up and stuff like that. And like I said, I was very quiet for a long time. So, I now that I am more comfortable with myself, I can just talk so much, and people actually want to hear me talk.
Right.
So, as far as content creation goes, I want to definitely do more collabs with people, get my community more involved with the games that I play. And because I feel like even though I am within the group, I still feel like I'm kind of a lone wolf or whatever. Because everybody has like PCs and they're able to play, a whole lot of games and stuff like that with each other, and I'm just kind of limited. And so definitely the PC will help me to uh, be able to interact, like play more games with my community. Not only them, but everybody in OnlyFans as well. Um, Shoot, really, that's just kind of that might be it. Like just be able to interact more. I want to have more special. Really, really. Okay, Mac. Okay,
That's not the real cash
that's
tag. I
not
don't know what it is.
my cash app.
Don't send that person money. They don't need
They
it.
don't. That person probably doesn't even exist.
I
um,
mean,
but
oh shit.
Yeah, shoot, I lost my train of thought. But I mean, I want to have like more special streams. You feel me? Like how? Oh shoot.
Sorry, I clicked something. I was trying to figure out why my videos looking all weird. But continue. Sorry.
Sorry. Um, like I want to have more special streams because I feel like all I do, is just chatting and play games. You feel me? And and I know that's something that I'm good at. Just chatting or whatever. But I want to like how Crew, Wiz, and Shuby did like the circle games. I want to have something a little special like that.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna do a Valentine's Day stream this year, but I want to do more things like that. Just
It's
more.
over. This is over. This interview is over. She said no Valentine's Day stream. It's over. We was trying to see the little dress. It's
Oh
over.
my.
We don't want it.
Oh.
Goodbye. Good night. We appreciate y'all coming through to this whole interview thing, but it's ruined. But tomorrow is ruined for us. We only followed her for the Valentine's Day stream. You're getting unfollowed on all of your platforms, even the Sims music video channel that I don't even know existed till now. That's getting obliterated. We wanted it. I wanted my sexy ASMR only thing for me personally, personalized.
Oh
But
my
you ruined it.
Lord.
I'm done. It's gone. It's over. My heart is broken. The interview is over. Damn it. Fuck this.
What's up, Peps? Oh my God. Look, heartbroken. So look, Crew, we could still be
I'm
in the pen.
about
Like,
to sit here and eat this entire thing of Oreos because I'm sad. Yeah, I finished that whole row by myself in the last 2 hours. I'm done. I'm angry.
you trying to share?
No. The
Okay,
fuck?
okay,
This is all me, baby.
okay. Crew, we could still be in a penthouse together. Like, it's all right. Like, look, that could still be a thing. Like, that's not a problem, okay? Like, what's up?
That's wild.
I just haven't been in the right mood for that, and you gotta be in the right mood for that. um, I don't know. I don't know. It's just with the Valentine's Day streams, it's a lot of planning and money, and I'm just like, I don't know if I could do that this year. I'm sorry, I didn't know so many people were looking forward to the Valentine's Day stream. I didn't I didn't know. I
So you say you didn't care. I hear you.
I
I hear you speaking with your heart. I got the ears like this. I got the Martin Lawrence ears. I got the Big Willie ears. I hear you. You're saying you don't care about your community. Y'all can suffer.
I didn't say
You gonna get a winter stream where I'm gonna dress up in a snow coat and some snow pants with some snow skis and a hat and some goggles and a mask. You don't go to get nothing. The only ASMR you're going to hear is my snow boots snowing
oh
on your
my
hose. That
God.
don't even make
Oh my
sense.
goodness. I give the people what they want. No, I look that
Keep
it
your
was
peace.
it was
Keep your peace. I am just kidding.
uh,
I'm gonna do what I do every year. Um, not every year, but every Tuesday, I'm gonna be streaming my movie night. So since you're not doing nothing, you can come
I'm
over
sorry.
here. Um,
I'm so sorry.
but I think that you always gotta protect your peace. Regardless of whatever, especially for the reason that, whatever your reason was for taking your break. But you ain't tell us what the goal was for this content creation thing yet. I don't think you answered the question. You just told us why, you ain't gonna do this
No,
stream.
no, no,
So
no, no. I definitely did. I definitely said I want to collab with more streamers and I want to play with my community more. 'Cause I feel like, like I said, I just feel like I'm a more of a lone wolf. Like I said, even within the group or
Right.
whatever, but I'm always
You
doing
did
my own
say
thing.
that.
Yeah.
You did say that. I must have
Uh-huh.
forgot. I was too.
You
Yeah.
were
You did say
too
that. I
heartbroken
was.
about the Valentine's Day stream that's not gonna happen. That's what. That's what
Yeah.
happened.
You're right. You did say something about that, but I guess just like you, I don't listen to anybody.
Oh,
So,
what you gotta
um,
say? What you gotta say, man? You could speak your piece.
I
Come on,
spoke
I'm here for it.
my
I'm
piece. It
all
was
ears.
spoken.
I'm all
My
ears.
Orioles is gonna get it from me later. I'm about to be the cream in the middle. That,
Okay. Okay.
anyways.
Hey, whatever you into, man, that's you.
But no, I do understand about like collabing with more people and being a lone wolf. It's and we have several people like that. You know, I think Dark is one. I think Queen is one. Um, Jaw is one usually. He's getting better at it.
That's always been like,
Gaz is one.
yeah.
Um, excuse me. There's a couple of people. And the people that stream that I never really been in their channels. Jason is one. You know, everybody. There's a lot of lone wolves. But like I always say, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I'm always down to collab with people. I'm always down, you know, if anybody would play a video game with me, we can.
Mm-hmm.
But like you say, it's limited by uh, not technology, equipment.
Yeah.
It's limited by equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this light look like this? Sorry, this is fucking with me right here. Um, that's not. Oh shit.
You got a whole
No.
wave going on. You got to.
They're trying to shoot me. I'm trying to get the color to be regular. Shit. There we go. God damn. Over here getting arrested on my own interview. Anyways, um, yeah. It's always separation by equipment. That's the same problem we have with Dark. The same problem we have with Queen. John and Jason, that don't count because I literally just played with them yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I hate that a lot of games don't have crossplay, not cross platform, but crossplay in general. When they could, you know, there's certain games that do, there's some games that there are games that don't. Like even for fighting games, like nowadays they're starting to move over to
Yeah.
crossplay. Like I think I don't know if Tekken 8 is like that, but Guilty Gear Strive is a not multiplayer, a cross-play type game. Um, One of my favorite fighting games that came out recently is getting a remake. That's getting cross-play. But you know, when you're limited by technology, it kind of makes you suffer, even with with your followers, because there's not a lot of games that you can play with your viewers you can play with them on a console, because not a lot of them have console and stuff like that. And there's
Right.
so much technology and so much application, so much equipment that is involved with computers and Twitch. Kind of like Marbles on Stream. That's one. There's another game, I don't remember the name of it, but your community, all they gotta do is type exclamation point go, exclamation point this that, but they are a part of that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I think that your goal is achievable. When you get you get a computer, but even without having a computer, getting certain people to play with on, you know, PlayStation and so forth. Like, I don't think everybody can be involved
Yeah.
unless you have a computer. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even Marbles on Stream was fun, but that shit's not working for me.
Yeah.
For some reason.
No,
There's another
definitely.
game
Yeah.
like
My
that
bad.
too.
No,
No, it's fine.
no, I
Um,
definitely want to get to that point where I can play games with more people, and like I said, I'm just really here to have a good time. Like I like meeting new people. I like talking to new people, and just at my last stream, I there's a lot of people from there was a person from Switzerland that came through, and we
you were
talked
playing.
and or
Yeah.
whatever. And even I've met somebody that's from Hawaii, and he was just kind of telling me like all of the things that are kind of different and what they have and what they don't have versus the U.S. And or whatever. And I was just like, because I'm really into like learning about different cultures and stuff. So, but respectfully, like I'm not trying to, like, I appreciate, different cultures or whatever, but I'm not trying to, like, you know,
Appropriate, something like
appropriate.
that.
There you go. There you go. Something like that. And,
Something like that. Or
yeah, something like
disrespect.
that. So exactly, I'm not trying to come at them disrespectfully. I'm just kind of curious to see, just curious to know how things are, in different, like in a different country. Because I'm always getting people from different countries that pop into my streams and stuff. Like one person was from Switzerland, like I said. One person was from the Netherlands, and it's just interesting to hear what they have to say, and I'm always curious. Like whenever I do those just chatting streams, I'm always curious to see like what somebody else thinks, what their opinion is on a certain topic or whatever. So I need to have another just I don't uh
I like how you say you're trying to get away from this, and then you're just like, you know what? I need to have another one of these.
look, I
I,
don't know.
I
That really gets me a lot of views and stuff like that. And and it's just that just I just want to hear what other people have to say. And sometimes I don't feel like playing video games, so like it's perfect.
I, I mean, I think what you do that is different from me specifically. I feel like I could be like you in the same way that you are, but my problem is that do want to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not able to multitask talking and playing video games at the same time, which is not what you technically do. What you do is you choose the talking, and I choose the gaming. And because I choose the gaming, I am unable to talk at the same time because I'm too busy playing games. So if I added, I added a sound effect for whenever I get, my chat moving or whenever it's actually moving, to talk to people. So that way, I'm like, oh, okay, I might have missed your message, or, I'm not missing your message. I'll say something then, whatever. But I'm so distracted by trying to win this game or into the story, and this is why I don't play story-based games because I can't. I will like to sit there and be able to read everything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If I'm trying to read what's on the screen, and then somebody is asking me, hey, my father died. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to sit here and read what's on the screen now. It's like, oh, my father's a happy man. He's a king of the kingdom. And somebody come in my chat is like, oh, my father died. I'm like, but my father's the king of the king. Like, I can't do that. I'm unable. I'm not unable to do it. I won't say that. It's that if my thing about streaming is that I want to be more close to my community. Yes, but I also want to play the games that I do, and that's why I play a lot of games offline because I do want to be able to enjoy my game. You're unable to really enjoy the gaming aspect of streaming
Yeah.
if you are talking to many people, which you see a lot of streamers who play games. They're either, they're like I said, then the top people, they have a lot of just chatting going on. That's
Mm-hmm.
literally what it's about. And I'm unable to just chat with people because either I just don't have enough people to talk to, or I need a conversation starter. I can sit here and talk about something, but eventually that topic is going to die out.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, yeah, I like Oreos. Oreos is a great thing. They're really high price. I could put them in milk. But I'm not able to transfer that conversation to another conversation with myself. I can talk to myself all day, but talking in front of a camera is different. So I think
And
that's one of the biggest aspects with like you and other people who I see are growing through just chatting is that you are able to put the game aside and
Mhm.
sit with your community for several hours, and they feel comfortable with talking to you for that several hours because you're not just talking to one person. And even if you was talking to one person, you chatting up with a conversation, and that should keep going as long as they communicate with you. Now add 12 more people.
Yeah.
You all have a conversation. They're talking together and they know each other. And that's what building that community aspect of streaming is about. So you're going to grow that way.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's not like a serious thing to you in a sense, like this is a job, like you know what I'm saying? Like compare the streaming thing to other people that really want to go, but you see it as a hobby. Other people see it as a livelihood. You know what I'm saying? It's not something. It's not the same weight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if the people that take it like absolutely seriously, do they grow slower than the people that just want to chill and relax? Which is where, you know, when that comes to the same aspect that I said, is that you're able to just say, hey, I'm going to play God of War eventually, but right now I want to talk to everybody else. I want to talk to the community, you know, to tell me about Hawaii, tell me about this and that. And then you up at like 6 a.m. till 6 a.m. talking to people from Switzerland, and you trying to figure out why they coming, because they just woke up. It's daytime. You over here supposed to be asleep. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna get those people, you know, and then you know you see that chatting it up, and they're like, oh, you know, I want to talk to you. You ask them how they doing, what they into, what they all about, and that's what makes you different. That's what you're just chatting. That's what your personality it comes into play. That's what comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? That may not be what you want to be. You want to be playing games, but you can play Hogwarts Legacy offline. You can do this offline. You know, I wouldn't say make that your whole thing, but that is what you are at this moment. You know what I'm saying? You have to expand on that, you know, to continue growing. You know, I'm not me personally, I'm not going to say like if you were to start streaming right now and then you start streaming Hogwarts Legacy, you won't get as much views as your you know, as a just chatting stream. But I feel like I said, somebody come in the stream, you're like, oh, I'm from Switzerland. That's racist. You know, I'm
Dang,
from Switzerland, you know. You know, we do this, and it's like, oh, you know, I never, you know, I had somebody come in here before, and then like the game is paused, and then you know we go through the whole switch, and now we're on just chatting screen, and now we're here. So
I mean, a lot
I think,
of streams are like hella unplanned, but it's just a matter of like I said, like when you kind of commented about, you know, people coming in there and me asking them how, like when I do my start my streams, and I just kind of start off by asking them, you know, how their day was. And I just think that that's like just kind of like the Southern hospitality side of me just coming out. You know, like you just gotta ask. You know, people like, and when I did start during the pandemic. I started during the pandemic, so you know, people were just like on edge about everything. Things were going crazy. People were dying. You know, so
yeah,
I feel like the right thing to do is just kind of ask people, you know, how are you doing? How was your day? Because I know we were all going through something, you know, during that time, and even outside of the pandemic, you know, like you know, we still go through a lot of things, and you know,
yeah,
I always thought, you know, if I could be that person to just like help someone out, you know, even with just talking to them or letting them vent or whatever the case may be, that you know, and I feel like I would be that would um make me happy, I guess, or whatever. That makes me happy to know that I brightened up someone's day, just you know, just from talking to them and you
hmm
know, like giving them words of encouragement and stuff like that. So that's just kind of like how it goes, and then it just kind of segues. I don't know. I was really bad with letting conversations die. So like now I'm just like I'm trying to, you know, even when I start a topic, I try to keep it going because I was really bad. Like I will literally just let it die. Like as you ask me something, I give you a little like one little answer, and then that's it. You know. So I try to be. Um, I worked on it, and now it's just a part of me now. So
hmm
that I just kind of talk and try to keep the conversation going,
hmm
making sure people feel comfortable, and then people just like, you know, relaxed or whatever. Like I want to be that friend. Yeah, you don't know me personally, but I want to be that friend that you know that you can come and talk to, you know. And
right.
like I said, I'm just here for the journey, honestly. Like there really is no end goal for me when it comes to Twitch. I'm just here for the journey.
hmm
So
Right. I understand like the whole talking thing. when it comes to me, I think a lot of the people I talk to in my daily life are people that don't care about conversations. They're just those types of people, especially the people I'm really close to, the people I know for years. Like, I just know that they don't really care about having conversations. Like, it's not that they don't care, it's just like
Mm-hmm.
it kind of falls flat. If I said, how are you doing? You said, I had a great day, such and such and so and so happened, this woman got hit by a car,
Right.
this guy was cheating on his wife. And then I say, oh, that's cool. That's it. I get a lot of that conversation. Instead,
Mm-hmm.
I would say something like, "Oh man, really? So what happened with the woman that did this, and what happened to the dude that did that?" And the conversation keeps going. I usually have conversations that just die like that. Like, I'm capable of having conversations, but I'm so used to people not caring or wanting to hear what I have to say that I am no longer able to sit there and have a conversation. I just wanted to end it short because no one, you don't really know what that person want to talk about. Um, so I think, from my perspective, if I was to go on your stream, you know what I'm saying, and you ask me this and that, and then I say something that's sort of kind of dry, but a little hint of information that says, here I am, I exist, and you're just like, oh, well, blah 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 blah, tell me more about that, whatever whatever, and I'm like, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you have the just chat and stream part aspect down. You know what I'm saying? You could work on the gaming a little bit. We put little hours on that. But like,
But
I'm
I
just
don't want to
saying.
hear this blasphemy. I don't want to hear these just
What I'm saying. But like,
no.
you got to just chat and thing down, and the community is the most part of the thing. Like, if you just wanted to play games, you can go to YouTube, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like Twitch and any live streaming situation is all about building that community, building that bond
Mm-hmm.
with your community, building your brand, and all this other stuff. That's really it. I'm gonna go to the next question because I'm like overdue for the 7, 8 questions that's over here, and I got 8 questions over here. So like, I'm gonna move over. Um, what about the content creation has been the most positive, and what has been the most negative for you?
Well, the most positive has definitely been me being able to meet so many different people that have just different personalities. Like these are people that I think that I would never come in contact and just outside of Twitch,
Right.
like there's some crazy, crazy personalities that I've had the opportunity to meet, and
Mm.
that's what I enjoy most. That's what I love most about Twitch and content creation, and just me being able to entertain um, you know, my, my community and making people laugh. Like that's my thing. If I can make you laugh, like, that's I'm doing my job. And
Right.
but as far as like the most negative thing, it would just be me not having time for myself. Um,
Mm.
because when I come home, from work or the gym, I'm working on things related to the streams and stuff like that, and seeing what I can, improve on and
Mm.
change. But most times when I come home, I am networking, and I don't know why I do it, why I network since I don't really want money or whatever, but I network with different streamers and I make sure that I show them support. Like, like I for a good amount of hours when I come home, I'm popping in about 4 or 5 different streams, talking to different people and, meeting somebody new, especially if they raid out to someone new, then, I'm making sure that I get to know them and stuff like that, and that's really what's been helping me with building a community, and I guess you could say my success or whatever. It's just
She
that
dropping details. Y'all need to learn. Get your PhD on content creation from Perp. She got a book out. She got a book
it,
out.
I'm just I'm telling y'all, like going in there and just talking for, and having a conversation, people remember that, and especially the smaller streamers. That's why you won't catch me in a bigger, like a stream, bigger streamers on a bigger streamers channel, because they don't have the time to talk and answer your questions. And, I want to get to know you, like I want to see what the vibes are. If the vibe is not right, then like, I'm not going to stick around. And, I follow somebody just because they got because I rated out, somebody rated out to them, and I unfollowed them, and I don't ever unfollow nobody. But they just weren't entertaining, and I'm just like, they didn't want to talk, and I'm just like, bro, what the heck am I here for? I'm not here to just sit here and watch you play a game. No, I want to talk to you, So, really, like that's my thing, and I tell people I tell whoever is like just now getting started into streaming, is that you want to network. You gotta network. You gotta hop into those streams for, good amount, for like an hour or two, even if it's just for maybe about 20 minutes. Have a conversation, start something, ask them how they got into, kind of like how we're doing now. You're asking me questions about my journey and about content creation. That's exactly how I am when I pop into another streamer's channel. I like to get to know them, and they remember me, and then eventually they don't. I'm not pressed that they don't come to my streams right away, but if I'm consistently going to their streams and talking to them, they remember me, and then eventually they come to my channel while I'm streaming and check me out. So that's kind of like how I've built my community, and how I like get around and talking to people and stuff like that. Like I've met another group of people that are just there to support one another, because it's hard trying to come up on Twitch, especially when you're small like this, So that's really what I do. That's really the secret sauce. Talk, network, and support your fellow streamers. Don't be greedy out here. That is one thing I hate seeing, is that people are just so in it for themselves, and then they'll join groups and stuff like that. That's the main focus, is to help one another, and but at the end of the day, they're in it for themselves, and they only care about supporting and the success of themselves or whatever. So like I said, if anybody posts things, I try to post, so I can let my community know what's going on with another streamer or whatever. Because we all try to make it out here, So that's just really it. But,
So, as a side question for you, for something that you feel that is a hobby, why do you feel like you're putting so much time and energy into it? Is it
because
for other people, or is it for yourself?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't have many accomplishments. I haven't throughout my life, and I feel like working out has been one of them, but Twitch has also been another form of an accomplishment for me. This is something that I feel like I can do right, and I don't feel that way about a lot of things. So you can say, you can kind of consider it selfish or whatever, but I just feel like this is the one thing that I feel like I'm doing right. If that makes sense.
I get it.
I'm in it for the crab legs. I feel it. But yeah, I definitely, but it's also like other people as well. That's like second to, I guess, how I feel about Twitch and content creation. And I just I feel like I can, I don't know, just be something special. I'm not trying to be famous out here. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I'm really not. I don't want that. But I want to create a nice environment for people to just come to.
Make it, Sandra.
Huh? Oh.
I'll say hi.
Oh, enjoy the vibes and stuff like that, and get to know all of that. And like I said, maybe it's just maybe it's just a form of satisfaction for me, because I've had, I've been doing pretty well on here, but I think before it was just because this was something that broke me out of my shell growing up, and so I'm gonna stick with it because it makes me satisfied in some fashion, some form of fashion, you know.
Mm. Mhm.
Like, does that make sense?
No, I get it. I feel like I'm the same way. I don't think, I think I've won like one thing out of like in my entire life, like competition wise and so forth. Um, I don't think I have had a lot of achievements either.
Mm-hmm.
I never did sports.
Me neither.
I was good at it, sort of, kind of. I was athletic enough to do sports.
Mm.
But now that I think about it, that was probably a bad thing. But I'm not gonna get into that. Uh,
Me
but
too.
I was athletic, but I didn't do anything with it.
Mm-hmm.
I was still the same shy kid I always was. But I was okay with being built, I guess. But I didn't really look at it that far. But you know, going, I feel I personally with streaming. I feel like the way you feel
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to say I don't have a goal in life,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel I personally feel like we just live and die, and it's just like what we do in the middle of it because you know death is inevitable. There's nothing that's going to change that.
Right.
It's just how you live that's different than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if I know what my endings is like, how do I want it to end? What am I going to do with what I have and all this other stuff with it? So I'm just like, I'm in college and they want me to figure out what exactly I want to be. I'm like, I don't know. So like, there's so many choices. I'm not that smart. I'm no longer athletic. That shit went out the window when I got older,
Mm-hmm.
and now, I find something that I enjoy.
Right.
I enjoy streaming. I enjoy playing games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I enjoy making people smile and making people laugh, you know. And I also enjoy helping people whenever I get a chance to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that option or chance a lot of the time unless somebody really talks to me or I really know them. But a lot of I've had a couple of people asking me questions and so forth not outside of streaming, outside of me when outside of when I'm streaming. They'll talk to me on Instagram or Discord or whatever it is. They're doing that. So and I enjoy that. So me building what I have on here is just something that's like, well, I'm good at it,
Yeah.
sort of, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good at it. People are laughing. People enjoy the content I'm making. So, excuse me. I may not be a rocket scientist. I may not be a doctor, but streaming is something that I enjoy, and I know that I can put a lot of effort into it, and making people happy makes me happy.
Right.
And that could be selfish. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
that's like I said, I didn't really accomplish anything in my life either. Um, but I work 9 to 5, not exactly the same hours, but I work a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Come home and I do all this, and then I do it again, and I repeat and repeat. And the only thing when I'm at work, when I'm thinking about is this. When I'm
Mm-hmm.
here, when I'm at home, what I'm thinking about is this. So I would say that I do understand it. And I don't think it's a negative. I don't think it's selfish. But just keep doing what you can do with what you got. Nobody's telling you to sit there and be like, oh well, you see it as a hobby. You know what I'm saying? And that's much different. That's very different than other people that I've seen that's just in it for the money,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not doing what you're doing. They're not networking for the right reasons. And
Mm-hmm.
as you said, they're over here and people communities that helps people grow, and they're trying to grow themselves, and then when they get that growth, then they leave, or if they're not getting that, they leave. Everybody's different.
Mhm.
But no, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that you're doing fine.
I'm just
As
trying to
long as
do
you
a lot
enjoy
of,
what you're doing.
yeah, I'm just doing a lot of soul searching right now. It's just like, yeah, I have Twitch, but I feel like there's still something that's missing, you know.
I think that Twitch is definitely a starting point.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people. A lot of people was like, oh yeah, you're doing interviews and stuff. You should do a podcast. I mentioned that before to somebody. I don't remember which interview that was. I think it was Crew. And I'm like, you know, I don't want to do podcasts, but that might change in the future. You know what I'm saying? You didn't wake up one morning and say, I'm gonna play, I'm gonna be a just chatting streamer all the time. You know what I'm saying? So things fall into place when it needs to. Um, you don't really know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just what it is,
Yeah,
honestly.
and I feel like we also need a balance, though, because like I said,
Um,
you can get burnt out from Twitch and streaming, content creation, all of that. So it's good to kind of just have some things outside of Twitch, that you can do that still give you that same amount of satisfaction, because
mhm.
you'll be stressing yourself out, and then when I don't know, God forbid something happened and you can't stream no more, what else is there?
I
So,
mean, people stream with less than we have,
yeah,
less body parts, less. People with disabilities stream. People who are
mhm,
older stream. There's really nothing stopping you, but I guess your drive at the end of the day. Well, I don't know, crew. I don't remember. God damn it, this is like the fifth interview. Like shit, you think I'm gonna remember everybody's interview? I'm not sitting there. Anyways, we stop. Ah, I'm just saying that everybody's different.
mhm.
When it comes down to creation and making content, I do wish I had something outside of that, like outside of this,
You
and I think
can.
that
You just
with
got to do
most
some
people.
soul searching. Got to sit down with Mac and be like, what do
uh,
I like?
I do what I like. That's the issue,
Yeah.
or that is the solution. I guess I just play video games and I stream. You say, yeah, the fuck, remember everything. Nah, I'm out of here. I'm not remember anything. But yeah, like I've already did all this.
Mhm,
I had a couple of soul searching moments in my life, but I feel like I just want to. I mean, I want to live. That's
mhm,
it. I want to live. I want to help people. I want to do this and that. But that my helping people isn't the same as everybody else helping people. You know what I mean? My helping people may not be involved with the medical field. You know what I'm saying? It could just be like this whole just chatting thing or doing these interviews or whatever. I don't know what that is, but this doesn't make me unhappy.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very happy with my content creation, where it's going. You know, um, but I'm gonna skip to the next question because this be about me, and not about you, who the person is supposed to be interviewed. So,
I'm here for us to
uh,
learn about the
I'm not.
basketball games.
I'm not here. I'm not being interviewed. Anyways, I'm skipping. I've done skipped so many questions. There's no purpose of that. Okay. I mean, we already answered this question, but there might be more. What other hobbies or interests do you have outside of content creation?
Um, I've said it several times. I am heavily into working out.
Yep.
Working out has just been a blessing, and I'm glad I was never a physical child ever. I was actually quite chunky growing up.
Mm.
And then, yeah, a lot of people don't know that. I was very chunky. Um, but I was going through some things, and the gym was my only escape. And
Mm.
um, and I just got addicted to it. I got addicted to working out, and then I seen how my body was changing, and I was just like, I like this. I'm gonna keep it up.
Right.
So that has just been, and like even more so now with me taking working out more seriously and reaching my body goals. I'm actually seeing my goals and in reality. So
Right.
that's been keeping me motivated and disciplined enough to like, I gotta make sure I go 5 days a week. Gotta make sure I drink my protein powder and my
Mhm.
protein shakes and stuff like that. Just really, because you put in, you get what you put in, legit. Like, I don't know, that is, everybody needs to go by that goddamn saying.
Mhm.
Okay, you're not putting enough effort, you're not gonna get you're not gonna get what you want. You know,
Mhm.
I need to apply that to outside of working out and possibly having a career. But other than that, working out, I like to draw. I'm into art. I don't necessarily have enough time for it, which sucks, but we're trying to change that this year. And I do like getting on my computer, working in After Effects, and kind of like motion graphics is really interesting to me. And I would like to possibly get like a job or something like that that kind of centers around that. Um,
Mhm.
I think that'd be pretty nice because, like I said, Twitch is like I said, it's just a hobby for me. So, that's really something that I want to do, but, still be able to do both, if possible, um, or whatever. And I would say another hobby of mine is discovering new music. I know it's different, it's a little different,
I
but
mean,
I'm so into, like, I listen to such a wide range of genres and just
mhm.
music, like whatever sounds good to me, I like it no matter what language it is, what they're saying, kind of, no, but definitely what they're saying. Um, but
Mhm.
yeah, discovering new music, discovering new artists and stuff like that. Because I feel like for me, music is kind of like a love language. I don't know. Um, and it just kind of says something about the person.
Right.
In my head, it does. But I want to get into. I like hanging out with friends for sure. I don't do it enough because I'm prioritizing streaming and stuff like that. But I don't want to lose them because of streaming and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, I would like to get more into traveling, and I want to see the world. I want to go and just experience, have have a whole bunch of new experience and different
Right.
countries and all of this stuff. And just like after that trip to San Diego, bro, I was like, look, I want to travel more. Like, god dang it, like I need to go. you
Mhm.
know. So that's just kind of been because when I just like create. I want to create more memories and with the people that I care about,
Right.
and um, that's a big thing for me. And I'm trying to also get into this new hobby of like, I'm gonna think I'm old, but I wanna eventually buy a camera, and so I can like make a scrapbook of like my memories and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
because I feel like you can record all of that, you can or whatever, but when you take a picture, like, you remember that time and place of what happened and, all the details and stuff like that. So I just think like that'll be really cool or something
Mhm.
for me to do. Um, other than that, I don't know. I'm into a whole lot of stuff.
Right.
A whole lot. But
I mean,
yeah.
like I tell everybody that I've asked that question to, trying to put the put your outside life into your streaming if you're able to, like, put in that content creation. Like you said, you want to draw more, draw and stream. You know what I'm saying? Like it may not be possible right now, but people would like to see how you work. What are you building, and you
Yeah,
know
I'm just,
all,
I'm
all
just,
this other stuff.
when it comes to art, though, I'm so shy when it comes to like drawing everything, like drawing pictures and stuff like that. I'm just like, bro, I don't want nobody to say it's ugly. I ain't never got that. Nobody's ever said that something was ugly or whatever. Um, but I don't know, maybe that's just like an insecurity that I have. So I did do one art stream where I outlined a picture on stream, and it was that stream was I had so many technical difficulties. This is why I need a computer and I need a new webcam, so I can do more of those. Um,
Hmm.
Bring back the scrapbooking. I'm trying to, crew. I really am. I want to do that. Um, but yeah, that's really because I see like ever since like what freaking last year. I've been going to more art streams and stuff like that. I'm like, I know I could do that, or whatever.
Right.
But
Right.
I'm just really shy when it comes to that. I need to make myself uncomfortable. So like me doing that stream where I outlined a picture that I drew really just kind of made me feel more comfortable. So right now I've been on this wave of just doing more things that put me in uncomfortable situations because I end up
Mm.
liking it, and I feel like part of it has to do with me working out as well, because there are certain exercises that you think you look stupid or whatever, but at the end of the day, you just need to be worried about yourself. And don't be worried about nobody else that's in the gym. They're gonna look, they're gonna stare, whatever, but you just need to think about, oh, I'm doing this for my benefit, you know? So
Right.
that's really the kind of the mindset that I've been having now. Is just making myself do things that I feel uncomfortable doing,
Hmm.
especially when me, Crew, John, and Catalyst went to do karaoke. There is no way in hell I would ever agree to do karaoke if you asked me to many years ago.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
that's just not something that that's just not something that I would ever be comfortable doing. But I was just like, I'm having a good time. I just need to live my life. God dang it. I spent so many years tucked away, shy, reserved, not doing anything, and just really missing out
Right.
on life. Okay, because of that. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of like watching everybody have fun while I'm just sitting back, like looking at
Mm.
them enjoying their lives, So that's the kind of attitude that I have now. He's LMAO and killed it. Absolutely. Voice crack, all of that. I gave y'all a goddamn performance. All
Mm.
right. Um, and best believe in Virginia is about to be the same thing. I don't care. Okay. I know y'all niggas. So we about to have a freaking blast. None of y'all better be shy. Y'all better be over here giving me Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston energy, okay? You understand?
Go give me the energy. Don't give me
I'm talking
the
to
energy, not
you
the
too,
talent.
Mac. I'm talking to you, Mac.
I'll give you the energy, but not the talent. That's all I'm saying.
I
Um,
I ain't have no type of talent. Have you look, Mac, on my streams, look, do you understand I be singing my heart out and voice is all bad. But yet everybody be hyping me up, okay?
they
Look,
got to. They wanted the Valentine's Day stream, and now you ruined
no
it.
they did not.
So
No, they did not. No, they did not, Mac. A lot of
you got to ruin it
ma-
now. We ain't getting it.
majority
I get it. I get it.
majority of them don't even know about the Valentine's Day streak. Okay, so that
They
does
heard
not
about it.
apply.
They heard it to the grapevine. I've been talking about it since the last one. They heard it to the
Well,
grapevine.
look, I don't know
I
what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, Mac. But
I do get it. I do get it.
yeah, no,
Um,
I mean, I've been, I was very much on, oh my God, I gotta be perfect, But I feel like during these past couple of years, I've been more comfortable with embarrassing myself, but I'm also enjoying myself at the same time. I am a very goofy person, And I don't
Mhm.
mind making myself look stupid or whatever because I mean at the end of the day I'm here to have fun. I'm too old to care about what somebody else thinks, you know. And so therefore I'm gonna enjoy my life. Somebody gonna have to sit over there looking mad or whatever, impressed because I'm happy, you know.
Right.
So
Out of that
yeah,
is
so,
definitely like that.
mm-hmm,
It's a lot of making content, and you see it all the time. If you don't see it all the time, I see it all the time. It's like, you know, if you're not willing to make yourself uncomfortable, you know, you're not gonna succeed. You know, a
mm-hmm.
lot of things that you want to do is gonna make you feel uncomfortable. The stuff I'm doing now makes me uncomfortable. You know, I'm a very reserved, shy person in real life. Um, you know, compared to how I am on stream. But I feel like I'm just being my truest self that I cannot be outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't, I mean, because everybody's different. I don't feel like fighting anybody because I called them a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time for all that.
Yeah.
So I just stick to myself and I just go to work and I just say mind my business and then I come home and I do everything that I want to do outside. Um, I do understand like making memories. That's one of my biggest goals. I don't have a lot of people like that I know of, but people that know me know of that. But they'll say, "Well, why can't you just do it by yourself?" You know, I like making memories, but I'm more of a memorable. I like memories with other
Right.
people. I can do anything by myself. I don't have fun doing everything by myself. Not everything. Some things, but not everything.
I understand.
I, you know, you know, I can go over to another country and stuff like that, but then I don't know. I don't find the same enjoyment that some other people would have by myself. It's
Well,
like,
you
oh,
better than
well,
me, honey, because I've been saving a whole bunch of different countries that I want to eventually go to. The thing is, Mac, is that I ain't got time to wait on nobody. I have tried to wait on people and I've been let down and disappointed. So therefore I will take things into my own hands, okay? I don't have no problem, okay? Like I said, when I
that's
went to San Diego, like that was really I didn't expect to meet up with a group of people, but I was there for myself, you know, and I
mm-hmm,
have no I know I would have no problem going to another country and and
right.
and doing that because I don't have time to be like, okay, get up, we have things to do. We gotta go here, we gotta be there at a certain time. I don't have time for that. You know,
Mm-hmm,
like look, we're not really on a schedule, but like nigga, I'm just trying to enjoy myself, you know, as most as I can. And like people be doing the most and you just don't want to deal with that. So I am all here for solo trips. I am all here for doing things by myself. And if you
mm-hmm,
want, I mean, like I said, if you have the right attitude or whatever, and or something like that, then yeah, I'm not gonna turn you down for trying to join. But it's just like, bro, like you gotta wait on people to have their money together and you know get these situations. It's like I know they come into situations and then they want to bail out, and I'm just like, okay, cool. I don't have no, I'm not doing it. So once
I
I
understand.
get this passport and another job, it is over with. That's all you will see is the me in goddamn Italy, okay, in Japan, all of that, okay, by myself. All right, I don't care. Like I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna miss out on life because so many people told me even before I went to San Diego, don't go. You're short. You're a woman. You're going to another state by yourself. Ain't nobody here to protect you. I'm like, nigga, I don't need somebody to protect me. I'm not gonna miss out on this opportunity
Right.
because I'm a woman
Mm-hmm,
and you know, I'm going to a different state, you know, that I don't know nothing about, you know, like what sense does that make? You know, it's not gonna
mm-hmm,
happen. And same thing, like I know what to look out for. I'm not dumb, you know,
right.
I'm gonna watch my surroundings, of course. But
Mm-hmm,
again, the thing I'm not gonna miss out on life because you know someone is trying to scare me into not going or doing something, you know, that I really wanted to do, you know, and neither should anyone, you know. Don't
mm-hmm,
let that stop you. Okay, if you, I don't know, it's just like I said, maybe it's just me being disappointed with people, you
mm-hmm.
know. And I'm just like, okay, bet I will do this my own. Like, it's not an issue.
No,
Um,
I understand.
yeah,
No, I get it. I'm learning to try to do more stuff myself. I'm still going to be the same way. Um, but I am trying to be better at doing a lot of solo things for myself. Uh, I remember a couple years ago I went to go see Doctor Strange with the homies, and they both blew me off. One just I don't know why he did it, and the other one was having sex with somebody, and he told me after. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to Pound Town, bro." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck. You're supposed to come watch Doctor Strange with me, nigga." But anyways, um, yeah. So I've been doing that because, like, I mean, me going to the movies is just is just the easiest thing because that's something I want to do, and not necessarily something I'm going to wait for somebody to do to go do it for. Like I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna go to another country because I don't have the same ambitions. I don't really care. I can go to another country. It's gonna be beautiful, but I'm gonna end up here anyways. So it's gonna be nice. But I'm just gonna be like, shit, I gotta go home now.
Red,
But I'm going to what? What? Ah, shit.
Red said she went to the Bahamas for 2 weeks and turned my phone off. I hear that. That is the type of wave I want to be on. And she said she'll do it again. I hear that. People need to be comfortable with being with themselves, Like I feel like I truly had peace of mind by myself, you know?
Mm,
And when I was alone or whatever, and I love that feeling. I mean, you have to be in the moment, Stop thinking, it's gonna end. Yeah, everything ends, but
yeah.
you just have to be right there in that moment and live. Um, I don't know. I was reading Reddit about something, and there was a guy that said, it was 4th of July, and they had a fireworks show, and the guy was just like, he was just focusing on, dang, this beautiful scene is about to end, and he didn't focus on what was happening now and how beautiful it was, and so it made him sad,
Mm,
But so when the fireworks show ended, he was disappointed because he couldn't enjoy it the way he really wanted to because he was so focused on the ending. But eventually they surprised everybody with another fireworks show, and then he stopped thinking about, when is this going to end? When is this beautiful, memorable moment going to end? Just live in that moment and take in
mm, mm.
everything. That's how you have to be. That's how you enjoy yourself, and that's how I was when I went to San Diego. And
Right.
yeah, that's just really it. So I recommend it. I've done it a few times just to get away. That's what you got to do,
Hmm.
honestly. And I feel like you really just like you're able to really sit yourself down, decompress, you know, and just think. We're always running around and doing so much. We don't ever have time to just really sit down with ourselves, to sit, think, and just have a peace of mind and to get away from whatever problems, you know. And people like to look down on people getting away from their problems. I'm like, nigga, there is so much stuff going on. There is so much stuff that we have to deal with on a daily basis. You
Yeah.
can't, tell someone that that's wrong for trying to get away from all of that. Yeah, you're gonna have to come back to it, but enjoy this moment, enjoy this beautiful beach, enjoy the blue seas. Okay, just live it, take it in, and it'll always be
Right.
your memory. Don't think about, oh man, I got 2 days left,
Mm,
for the trip. You're not going to be able to enjoy yourself. You're going to be thinking about that.
mm.
That's
I
how it go,
understand.
man. Yeah.
I'll get better at it eventually, maybe, kind of, sort of. But yeah, I'm gonna take myself to the movies. I gotta go see Ant-Man. I'm gonna see Ant-Man by
Do
myself.
better. Do better. Take yourself out on a date. Okay, plan a whole goddamn day out. All right, because I've done it before, and that was a very great day. It was before the pandemic, and I enjoyed myself. I think I got a massage that day. I woke up hella early, got a massage, did some shopping. Then I went to a really nice restaurant. I didn't care how much money I spent. Okay, I was just there in that moment, just to myself. No one bothered me, you know. The waitress was really nice. I had some pasta. I had some dessert. And I don't ever order no dessert whenever I go out. But do yourself that favor, okay? Take yourself out on a date and just really enjoy your company. You don't always have to be with people. And, I'm just so used to being with myself, I guess. It's just something that comes naturally, But you gotta enjoy your company and give yourself some love or whatever. There's nothing wrong with it. There have been several times where I've gone out to restaurants and I've ordered about two things of fried rice, two things of sushi rolls, okay, because that's something that I wanted. I enjoyed it. I sat there alone, didn't think anything else about it. I was just enjoying myself. I was enjoying that time I had away from the house,
Right.
I'm not sure where your sanctuary is at, your happy place or something like that. But, for me, that's my car, not necessarily my house or whatever. But, you gotta, wherever that place is, go there, but still have a balance, if you will. I said, just give yourself some love. You deserve it, Mac. You work so much. You need to take a break. Step away from streaming. We will understand. There have been several times where I just need time to myself. Because doing this burns you out. Or whatever. Plan something really nice. Get a massage. Go to a spa or something. Get your toenails done or whatever. It's not bad. It's just you're taking care of yourself, okay? And you will feel ultimately relaxed and at peace. Forget all the problems for that moment, and just enjoy yourself and your company. Yes.
Right.
I didn't mean to go
Welcome
off
to our
like
TED
that.
Talk. Welcome to our TED Talk. She told you how to live and exist in the world that we live in.
Yes.
And we're at 2 hours. So I did not ask any of all the questions that I was going to ask. So we're going to skip all that. And here's go questions that people wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Dun 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 dun.
I'm sorry.
King Livy? King Livy?
That's Jade.
I'm just gonna call you Jade. Jade said, "How is your mental health?"
It's getting better. I was feeling pretty low, not gonna lie, for a few months. And but the situation I dealt with, it was a lesson. And it was something I never experienced. And when it happened, I didn't know how to handle it. So I've been getting therapy and I've been going, and I feel like, and not just for the situation that happened, but definitely for past things that have happened, like childhood trauma or something like that, that has shaped how I think, how I interact with not only other people but myself. So, people were telling me before the new year, like, you work on yourself physically, but you need to work on yourself mentally, So after they said that, I'm just like, okay, they're right. I do, because I wasn't feeling happy, and I haven't been feeling happy. And right even now, I'm changing. I feel like I am a new person because of this experience, but that I'm getting help with as well. And I really, it just all boils down to me accepting things and just moving on, and taking it as it is. So a lot of things that I went through growing up have like definitely shaped how I talk to myself, how I feel about myself. So when people give me compliments or something like that, and I say, "Are you sure?" or like, or I'm like discrediting them or whatever, I don't mean to do that. Like it's just something that has been ingrained into my head, because
Right.
of past experiences. So, like I said, people give me compliments. Like I'm not all that,
Mm.
and they're just like, you're just being humble. I'm just like, I don't view myself like that,
Mm-hmm.
but that comes with rewiring your brain, So people have been telling me you are enough and you deserve it, you're worth it, and to just take compliments,
Mm-hmm.
just accept them and not say but or that type of stuff. So um but we're on a path to thinking more clearly. I haven't necessarily, for a good minute, I should say, I haven't really necessarily been here, and I haven't been responding to a whole lot of messages and stuff like that. But I've just been wanting
Right.
to be with myself, and like I said, that's kind of the reason why I just decided not to do the Valentine's Day stream because I just haven't been myself for a good minute, and I want
Mm-hmm.
to eventually get to that point. Um, but life is life. We have to move on and
Mm-hmm.
deal with things, as best as we can. And I feel like I didn't handle that situation I'm referring to properly. Part was on me.
Mm-hmm.
um, but you know, I'm really focusing on taking care of myself and giving myself more love. I used to really, really talk bad about myself. Like self-loathing was a real thing, especially growing up. Because
Mm-hmm.
I was called I was called worthless, and I believed it. And that really just like messed with me and how I saw
Mm-hmm.
myself. And and I don't even like repeating that word. And whenever I hear it, it just always makes me like tear up or whatever. Because that was something that I believed this person. This person was very close to me, and so
Mm-hmm.
hearing them say that, I thought it must have been true. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like I'm just taking up space right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay, Red. It's we all go through some things. We choose to share and not share, and that's just something that like definitely messed with me growing up. Confidence
Yeah.
was just non-existent. So I'm trying to rewire my thinking and stuff like that. Um, but therapy has been helping, and not even just therapy, just my whole community has been absolutely great. And like I said, the support system has been amazing. That's why I say, that's why I like to support and make sure that everybody is doing all right. If I can lift somebody's spirits, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I'm doing, my job or whatever, or something. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I'm not all pieced together. Don't think for a second that I'm all here. I,
Mm-hmm.
I'm, I might come across as like, just having like just being very grounded or something like that. But we all go through a lot of things that we tend to not share, and
Yeah.
that was definitely one of them. But I've been more open with it and stuff like that, and I just hate to say people just kind of discredit, that say it's not that bad. Like you're
Mm-hmm.
not that's not your life. You don't have my life. You don't know how that affected me. Like the littlest thing, something could set you off,
Yeah.
and that's you. But this definitely affected me. So don't discredit what I went through or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah. Red said also, you're so low. Don't let nobody talk to you like that, yourself included. Thank you, Red.
Right.
Don't get Papa BA if I hear I'm a popular telegram too. Nah, I don't call myself that, but it was more so me believing it, and it's affected everything that I do. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I treat Twitch as such an accomplishment because, I feel like this was something I really worked for and just put so much time and effort to it. And I just want to get to a point where I'm living and not just existing, like I'm not just taking up space, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really uh, where I've been at mentally, I guess, and
Mm-hmm.
just my life has been rough, you know. Uh, Definitely wasn't the richest or whatever growing up or whatever the wealthiest or something like that. We there were times when we had to live in hotels and shelters, all of that, So it's not like I come from money, And but I don't. But one thing that I do know is that you don't treat people with disrespect. You don't know what they've been through,
Yeah.
And having those experiences makes me want to um just um I get and having those experiences just makes me so empathetic with people, and so
Mm.
I guess it's made me too empathetic. um, so I just try to not, set people off or something like that. Like I try to be as caring and understanding as possible. And you just like I
Mm.
said, when I have those just chatting streams and we talk about mental health and what we're going through, people have said some really like crazy, like, messed up things that they've gone through.
Mm.
And, the fact that they're sharing that with me, a complete stranger that they literally just met, that they
Mm.
were that comfortable with sharing that piece of information to I feel like I can relate to them,
Mm.
and if I can help them, if I can ease their mind in any way, then that makes me, happy. And like I said, like I've done my job. And
Right.
yeah, so I just kind of went
It's
off.
no, it's fine. I mean, every question I ask you, I know it's gonna go
Yeah.
somewhere. It's okay. I mean, I you know, I understand. I've dealt with what I've dealt with, and that's why I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? Um, at the end of the day, what we go through makes us who we are, and there are times I don't remember everything that happened to me, but then there are days I do remember. I'm like, oh, this is why I'm doing act like this is why I'm doing this
Yeah.
or whatever. My question, my word that I absolutely hate is potential. I hate potential. Potential is such a I hate that word. It makes me upset.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one thing that I hate the most. I hate when people use it because they've used it to me. It's like, oh, you're not reaching your potential, or you have more to give than this. It's like, it's always potential. And it's like, oh, you almost there, but you're not there yet. And it was like, how much more of myself do I have to give to reach past that? Like, what do you want more from me? But that's a whole different situation compared to the rest of the stuff that's had happened to me. Um, and as you said, everybody goes through different things, and I would say that I'm also disgustingly empathetic with people. You
Mm-hmm.
know, every time the Terminator dies in Terminator 2, I cry. I teared up. When Puss in Boots was fighting the nigga in the last movie. Like I'm very sensitive to other people's emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't cry myself, which is weird. My grandmother died like years ago. I just sat there. But, you know, I remember the last time I cried, but I'm not gonna talk about that. That was a couple of years ago. But, you know, I can feel other people's emotions, and it's disgusting sometimes to me. It's not like a bad thing, but it's like, if I was everybody else and I didn't really care that much, I'd be great. But like, if I care about somebody, or if I feel it, I have the inwardly obligation. I'm making words up here to help because
Mm-hmm.
that's what I want to do. Because I want anybody to feel like how I've ever felt.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I want to. Disgusting. I want to make sure that people succeed, whether it's, their own happiness and so forth. Like, I feel that our ways of doing it is different. I've learned from many, like I said, I think a lot more people that I've meet or have met, or the people that are in my life personally, are people that dealt with a lot of things. I don't want to talk about them because that's their business, but they've dealt with a lot of things, and they not mistreat. They don't trust a lot of people. I forgot the word for that. Untrustworthy with whatever. They don't trust people a lot. You say I cry for any and everything. I'm definitely a sympathy crier. I
I
feel
am
that.
too. I am too. I could ball out some. Like I said, there have been times on the street people share their stories, and I'd be like, "Look, bro, I'm about to shed some thug tears over here, bro. No, yeah, you got me crying. God dang it.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay."
I would. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
It's good to have a heart.
Yeah.
I think that I'm so. Like I said, the people I surround myself, they don't. They are so. They have these walls built up,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, as of right now, they're getting better. It's taken them years, and these are people I've known for 16 years, 15 years,
Mm-hmm.
half my life basically. And they've gone through things in the middle of that. I mean, I've stopped talking to them or whatever, but I've seen their growth now as people try to get away from all the bad stuff that happened to them. I can't necessarily say, oh, this will help you do if you do this, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that I ask two questions to people when I try to talk to them. I say, do you want advice or do you want me to listen?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I usually ask. And
Gotcha.
usually people would choose to ask it, the listening part. And I'll listen, and I hope that will be enough for them. And if they tell me, they want me to give them advice, I give them whatever I have. But I don't assume to know everybody's situation personally. You know, I don't sit there and say, oh, that's not that bad. Oh, you just stubbed your toe. That's not that bad. Whatever it is, because I don't know what has happened. Something might have happened that reminded you of this. Like I said, I told my student yesterday, one of my strongest triggers is yelling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's funny coming to someone that yells a lot. But I cannot stand yelling out of people that yell out of anger and so
It's
forth. Like,
different. It's different. You're yelling because you're having fun and
we I don't know. Do I be having fun? I don't know about that.
but I don't know.
You,
I've dealt with somebody that just yells at you. There's boundaries that you need to establish. You know,
yeah,
you're a grown man. We're all adults here. You're not gonna be yelling at me like, "What's up?" You know.
yeah.
Uh,
I don't really suffer from people yelling at me. It's people yell at me, then I still feel that way. But most of the time, it could be anybody in any situation. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm next to somebody and this dude is yelling at his girl, or this woman is yelling at her child, like maybe the child didn't do nothing. That triggers me, and I hate that feeling that I get because it makes me feel like I used to feel.
Mhm.
So, those types of things.
Yeah.
Um, the question was, how's your mental health? So I'm not going to ask the 7 more questions. We had 218. Um, I'm going to ask the last question, and we're going to proceed to go live our lives. Do
I
you
feel
have
you
any
right.
questions for me?
I feel you right. I mean, I know. Okay, so I guess I would want to ask you. like what made you want to get into content creation? And I know you were on YouTube before Twitch. What made you want to get into this?
I like making people laugh. I like making people happy. This is the simplest, easiest thing I could think of, really. Um, like I said earlier, like this is something I was good at. I was making content creation when YouTube first started out, but like, I wasn't getting views, but I wasn't doing it for views. I was just doing it because I thought it was fun,
Mm-hmm.
or entertaining. I like making AMVs. Did I make anything? Oh, I liked making AMVs. I used to do walkthroughs for like 3DS video games, and that's what also got me kind of a lot of views. But I stopped doing it because I lost a computer that had the shit on it, and I wasn't about to restart that entire game. I
Yeah.
forgot the name of the game right now, but I was about to restart that fucking game. It was an RPG. It was like a puzzle-ish type game. It was a bunch of puzzles, and I was the highest viewed, one of the highest viewed videos for that specific game. And when you plan on the Des Moves or whatever the fuck it's called for the 3DS, that shit is all cracky, the sound is all ass, the shit is all glitchy and shit. But people was watching that, all of the videos that I posted, but I never finished it. So, on the last video, people were like, oh, where's the rest of it at? I'm like, it's like 13 years later. Nigga, I'm old. I'm not doing that shit right now. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't even got a job now. I'm not doing that shit no more. I mean, I could do walkthroughs, but, like, that's not me. That's not my content. But, I do it because I like entertaining people. I like having fun. I like making memories with people. My memories is my collaborations and shit like that. Like I said, like I could do shit by myself, but I have a lot more fun, depending on the game and situation, with other people. I'm fine with myself. I might hate myself sometimes. I do make stupid decisions and shit like that, but I don't necessarily. I'm a very minimalistic type of person. I don't need a lot. I really don't. I have this house. I want a bigger house because I want a family. But I'm content with this for now. But like I said, like I'm getting old, eventually my sperm going to stop working. But I wanna be like ASAP Rocky. I need to fuck those 6 weeks and get in there. You know what I'm saying? Have these kids eventually. Eventually,
we all have different
but
goals. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that. I support your dream and whatever, I guess, to me, in my dreams. But yeah, that's why I started, just to be entertaining. I still need to do not cap. I just I enjoy making people laugh, outside of content creation. I still try. I'm still a little bit more to myself. You said sperm be sperm until you die. Well, thank you, Red, for believing in me and my sperm. I guess. You guys are champions. You hear that?
I am bad. Listen,
but yeah, I think everybody has different goals. Everybody has different things, and to not share it, but like to be understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my biggest, highest points of myself that I know about myself that I enjoy and love the most is that I'm understanding. And that is the hardest thing for people to believe and understand. They're like, well,
everything good?
Yeah, I was everything good. I'm just making sure nobody's watching me. I've had somebody, they don't exist in my life anymore, so I don't care. But people are really not understanding, but they're open to telling me stuff, and I appreciate that. Sometimes I feel offended when people don't want to open up to me when I know I could probably help if I knew what the situation was. But then I'm getting to the point where I'm just like, I don't even know everything, and then that's when I taught myself, either you're going to tell me about it, or and I give you advice, you're just not going to tell me about it at all, or then or I'm just going to be here to listen. And then, eventually they come around and say, oh, I'm dealing with this, this, and this, and that. And sometimes they don't.
Mhm.
And especially my closest friends, people I care about, that shit hurts. Because I'm like, you don't tell me anything. And I don't like that. I'm going off on a tangent, but I don't like that specifically. I hate when people say, I don't want to talk about it, and they get angry, when I don't understand the situation. It's like, but you didn't tell me what the situation was.
Yeah.
I'm like, how am I supposed to know if you didn't tell me what it was?
Right.
It's like, well, I'm dealing with this, this, and that. And it's like, well, I didn't know that. How am I supposed to know? I'm thinking everything's all gravy.
Mhm.
But, I'm always telling people, hey, look, I'm here. I'm going here to listen, or I'm just going here to give you advice, or whatever it is. And, some people said, I just don't feel comfortable. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to make you sad or depressed or stuff like that. And I keep saying this, hurt my feelings. I'm
Don't
here
hurt
to
my
help
feelings.
you out.
I'm gonna cry.
Hurt my feelings. No, hurt my feelings. I'm gonna help you out. Because if you're important to me, then I want to be. I want to know. Whatever his situation is. And when I say I've heard the craziest stuff to people, even the shittiest of people doing shit to the people I care about, and I find out years later and stuff like this, like, it's terrible. And I hate that. And it's like, I've been dealing with this for like 12 years. Like, why didn't you tell me what it happened? I understand you're not going to tell me what happened, but like, certain things.
Yeah.
I think the craziest thing that someone told me was that they was allowing their dog to do something to them that they shouldn't have let their dog do something to them. But, we're not going to talk about her. Anyways, thank y'all for coming to the stream. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming to the interview with Perp. This became a Perp interview. Interviewing me. Perp told us about her life story, and dealing with stuff. We love Perp. We appreciate Perp for being here. We want Perp to, love herself as we love her. We want to all love ourselves as we supposed to. I was going to ask all them fucking questions, but it became 2 hours and 26 minutes, and I actually want to live for the rest of my night. I'm off tomorrow, but still, I kind of want to do other stuff. I mean, we can sit here all day. We can go on the Discord and keep chatting it up. I'm just going to be distracted by doing other stuff. But
I'm sorry. I just talk a lot. Like, you know what you get. You
It's
asked
not
the wrong person to do an interview with.
it's not an issue. We can sit here all day doing it, but I'm saying, I'm just like, and that goes, like I said, it goes back to what I said earlier about being a great content creator in terms of just chatting. Like, you have the formula, and you don't do it out of just because of like what just for any other reason. There's other people that do shit and not do shit for certain reasons. You're doing it because you enjoy it. You like helping people and all this other stuff. Like, they're all positive reasons why you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? Even if the circumstances, situation that happened to you before led you to be this way. Same for me. I feel like I'm bad things, good. Some people are bad and bad. Some people are shitty. But we all gotta learn.
Well, go on.
Ah, we all gotta learn someday. But yes, this was a informative interview. We had Miss Cleo here.
Can I ask you something, Mac?
You already had your question.
No.
That was it.
No. I gotta ask this. When are you gonna take yourself out on a date?
We're going to the movies like a couple of days.
No. You always take yourself to the movies. I want you to do something different.
Not really. The last time I took myself in the movies was when I went to go see Doctor Strange, and that wasn't on purpose. Was it? No. Yeah. Last time I did that was that.
No. I mean a full-on date. Go get yourself a massage. Go take yourself to a nice restaurant. All right. Do some shopping. All of that. Okay.
I'm a very minimalistic person. I don't need none of that.
I don't care.
To exist or be happy.
Do it.
The next time, nah. I ain't got time for all that. I got work to do. I got streaming to get done. Maybe in March. I say in March. March, maybe. I feel like that's the next time I'm gonna take a streaming break because not this month. Am I doing something in March? No. Yes.
Devin
No.
said,
I
can he
don't
tag
know.
along? Devin said, can he tag along?
Sure, Bevan, you can tag along in my pocket. I guess. I guess
Oh my
it'll be
God.
a RL stream. I mean, you said a full month away. I guess like 2 weeks. It's like the 14th and a couple. Well,
Yeah,
tomorrow's the 14th.
tomorrow's the 14th.
Yeah, and then next week is in the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
So the next week after that will be the week of March. Like 3 weeks away. Ain't that bad. Ain't that bad. Ain't that bad. Yeah. But like I said, like I really don't need much.
Mm-hmm.
I am happy, but I'm not. Like I said, my unhappiness only stems from my singularity. Yeah, my singularity. And I could love myself all day,
Mm-hmm.
all night, in the morning, and in between brunch, at work, at home, in a car, at a bus, on a plane, but my hand get tired after a while.
Oh my God.
Classic. Anyways, you said Count Darkin. Well, I appreciate you, Dark. No, I don't need much. That's the thing. Like I think everybody has their different ways of dealing with certain situations and certain things. Like I'm just so easily pleased.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I don't. I don't know. Like I don't get like I gifts people gifts, but I don't get gifts. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I lack. Like I don't mind making people happy,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also not happy not being happy, I guess, from other people. Like this is why I got rid of so many people in my life. I'm happy with myself, but then I'm not happy with other people. So then I could just be by myself all the time, but then I'm just like, well then, you don't live in a you're a human being. There you know what I'm saying? Like people are necessary, unfortunately.
They
They
are.
literally put you in a hole for however many long
Mm-hmm.
periods of time as a punishment in jail for a reason. And then some people's cells are literally just a fucking cylinder with one slot for food, mail, and all this other stuff for communication. That is a punishment. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, being by yourself is necessary for some people. And then, at the same time, some people, but it's not like, it just, I feel like being by yourself is cool. I've been by myself for most of my life, technically. But, like, I would like to share my life with other people.
Right.
But people are shitty, so then I just like, damn, well, I might as well just keep being by myself. But I would rather live life with other people and share the joy of life with other people. You know what I'm saying? But that's
Do
my
do you
experience
feel like
for
do you
me.
feel like it has something to do with where you live and that you just might need to relocate?
That people are shitty?
No,
No, people are shitty
I'm just
everywhere.
I'm just saying you seem like you have such bad experiences with the people around you. I'm just saying,
I live in
it
different
might not be
places.
the case somewhere else. I mean, I'm not saying, everybody is just goody two shoes and everybody's just happy and have all this nice hospitality or whatever. But I'm just saying, like in your area and the people that you dealt with, it just might be where you live, you know.
I mean, it could. I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I mean, I understand, and I tell this to people all the time. There's many fish in the sea. There's many people on this
Mhm.
earth. There's 7 billion people on this planet. Wherever you are, there's always going to be shitty people.
Yeah.
But I've met a lot of people through the internet that's not shitty in different
Hmm.
countries, in different places. You know what I'm saying? But we're not living next to each other. You know what I'm saying? But I also get to experience all these people in a couple of months. So
Yeah.
yay for me!
Yeah.
I'm going to experience that for once. And I've been in other places. I've taken myself to other places
Hmm.
with you know I've I've taken myself back to places I've been to before, by myself. I've gone to specifically Philadelphia many, many times, whether it's to visit my friends there or whatever. But most of the time, I just went there to just chill. You know what I'm saying? Just to get away from where I live now. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like I said, I'm okay with being by myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's just something I've always been. I've just been a by myself type of person. And, I've dealt with having to deal with people who were very terrible people in my life, whether it's to me or my family. Um, and, all the triggers and all the other stuff that I deal with, um, that comes down to, whether I get triggered or not, because I can forget it. But one thing that's important is therapy. Everybody should get
That,
therapy. Therapy is too fucking expensive, though.
it is
But
expensive.
yeah,
It is
you, you,
definitely expensive. And I
you
have been,
gotta
I got,
you gotta get that shit.
I gotta tell my therapist, like, look, we gonna have to reschedule this maybe sometime next month.
That's how they get their
I've
money.
been, I understand that. It's just like,
And I hate it. They don't need all that money for that. I mean, I guess like, oh, you get to listen to my problems for $300 an hour. Like, damn it! Like, I'm trying to exist, but no, therapy is important for everybody and anybody. Black people specifically right now,
definitely.
because black people are going through it from so many angles, from shit in the past, shit that's happening in the present,
Hmm.
that don't even have to do with shit in the past. But you're dealing with racism, you're dealing with prejudice, you're dealing with biasness. I guess
Yeah.
that's not even a word. You're dealing with
Uh,
everything.
I
And
think people in the past, they like, you tell somebody you're going to therapy and they looking at you like something's wrong with you, you know? 'Cause that's how it
yeah,
was, growing up. I mean, I'm not gonna sit up in here and act like I was like, just under that understanding about people that went to therapy, that was the thing. Um, but when you actually go through something, it's just like, no, you need to this is something that's necessary to work out, and try and be better mentally, have a better headspace. And then a lot of people think like, I don't know, I get that I'm too sensitive or something like that. The
mhm.
games are my therapy. It's cheaper, and the gym helps. The gym is definitely therapy, but that dumbbell isn't gonna listen to your problems. It's gonna help you escape for just a little bit. And like I said, as someone that goes and works out, it does help, but it doesn't fix the problem. It's just a band-aid that you just put on that problem for, like, that day or that time that you're working out. So it's not a fix.
Right.
It's just, know, you need to work it out. You need to talk to somebody because, they can actually give you professional advice on how to deal with the certain situation. So,
Yeah. That's what it comes down to.
mhm.
I did therapy for a bit. I learned a little bit more about myself. And then I couldn't afford it no more. But
Uh,
I would love to go back to a
mhm.
black doctor this time and figure things out for myself. And like I
Mhm.
said, I've always every day I'm like, or every day, every week, every month, whatever it is, I'm always remembering things that I forgot.
Mhm.
And I'm like, damn, that really did happen to me. That was fucked up. And it sucks because I consider myself a very open person.
Mhm.
If people ask me questions, I'll answer it depending on what it is. Um, I would say, video games and, I guess video games will be the part of my, like an escapism, just to get away from things. Especially work, because I
Yeah.
dread going to work every day. I can't do anything about that except get another job that I enjoy. But if streaming turns my job, then I don't have to worry about that much. But then I'll probably dread that eventually because, of people
It's a
and shit
job.
that's
Like,
done in it.
you want to look at streaming as a job. Like, and then the quality of it just, goes away. That's why I'm not doing it. That's why I'm just here to have a good time. You know, um, Red said I hated going to the gym. Too boring. I joined boxing instead. Best decision ever. Man, I'm Red. I don't know. I just for me, my personal experience, the gym has been great. Like, changing up my routines, really pushing myself. A lot of people just take it easy. fix yourself, or whatever. And it's been great. It's been a great learning experience or something like that. That's just been me, though. But I understand with video games and stuff like that, because you really do need to take care of yourself. Like I said, there have been times where, you'll just be feeling so many emotions, and then, one little thing can just make you break down. You gotta fix that or
Yeah.
something. Like you're not well or something like that. If like you're just letting little things like that get to you, and you're breaking down and you're contemplating life, and just yeah, gotta heal.
Yeah.
Definitely got to.
Yeah. Healing is important. Healing is important for everybody. I don't suggest anything but to heal. Healing is different for everybody, though. That's why I don't ever try to be the end all be all. I've given people advice, they don't be following it, and then they be like, "Oh, I should have followed your advice." And I'd be like this. I'd be like, I cannot say I told you so. I'd be saying that every time. And I don't like doing that. But in my back of my mind, I'd be like, yeah, I told you so. Whether it was 10 years ago or whatever, I told you this shit and I knew it was going to happen and it happened. And now you feel fucked up and upset. And now you even more mentally broken than you were before. You could have actually healed better. And now you can't. So I deal with that. Anyways, I was going to bed like 3 hours ago. So
I'm sorry.
uh, it's
Anybody
fine.
who
It's cool. I will take my own little date eventually, just whenever I
good.
have the ability to do so. I don't know about going to a massage parlor, though I do need one. I would like a spa, but I would rather.
Go to a spa. There is nothing wrong with that, Like men need to get over that. Put that pride aside, bro, and really treat yourself. Like,
I don't see anything wrong with getting to the spa
yeah.
or getting my nose done, my nails done, or anything like that. That's not the issue. I just don't care. I don't need to do it. I would do it, but
We all
I think
don't
my
need to
biggest
do it. We all don't need to do it. We don't need to get our nails done. We don't need to get a massage, But it's a form of self-love and just taking care of yourself, period.
yeah, I
That's
mean, yeah, I get that. I mean, but like I said, everybody's different. I mean, I would love to all that, but if I was to get, if I don't know,
Have you ever gotten a massage
nail
before?
from outside of somebody that cared about me, no,
Yeah.
no.
All right then. How do you know if you like it or not? Like, come
I don't
on now.
like a lot of
It's
things.
different.
I don't like a lot of vegetables. I can tell you right now. And you know what happened when I
This is
tried it? It was
different.
disgusting. I'm not
This is
saying I won't
different.
like a massage. That's
Make
the thing.
yourself
Like I'm not saying.
uncomfortable. Make yourself uncomfortable. Okay. Didn't
I
we say
am.
that we were gonna work on that? Didn't we say we were gonna work on that though?
I literally am.
Mhm.
This is an interview. I
Mhm.
am doing things that's making myself uncomfortable. I've been doing that all year, and it has been a very annoying while emotionally and mentally for me. But it's been a oh, that was easy type of moment, and it's not wrong. But like I said, I like if I was to get a massage, I'd rather somebody that I can get that happy ending with at the end of that. I'm just saying, you gonna massage me. I feel like I'm sensitive. You touch me, I'm ready to go. I'm just saying. But no, yeah, I never did. Maybe eventually. Anyways, as I was saying, 40 hours ago, 40 minutes, we only had like 30 people roll in here and leave. We appreciate you for stopping by to Perp's interview with
Yeah.
creatives, featuring me,
Yes.
um, and our therapy session.
Hmm.
Um, Definitely make sure that obviously treat yourselves, get yourselves some therapy. Um, you know, do the whole content creation thing because you love it. You know, don't treat it as a job. Um,
There you go.
you
You enjoy it more.
know,
You enjoy it
just
a whole lot more.
just try to exist. I guess you know, live your
No,
life.
no,
You know,
no. We're not
try to
trying
live your
to
life.
exist. We're trying to live. Okay? There is a
Exist and live your
difference
life.
between living and existing, okay? You're just going through the motions existing. When you are living, you are in the moment, taking everything in, feeling all the emotions, using all your senses to experience new things. We ain't existing over here, man. We're living, okay?
I changed what I said. We're living and only living.
Here we go.
Try to live more in the moment, whether it is presently or in the future. Don't live in the past because the past is the past for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Here you go.
Anyways, anyways, thank you for coming to the therapy session with Dr. PurplePixxel here. We appreciate y'all coming through. I will eventually. I'm gonna try to get this posted at 12 tomorrow. I gotta download it. So if you didn't catch the whole thing, please do watch it there or watch it on here. Um, are you streaming today, Perp?
I am not. I will be streaming Wednesday. Okay.
She's taking 2 days off for herself.
Yeah.
Um,
Look,
uh,
I told you what I do on my off days. I ain't networking, I work on stream stuff. I'm
yep.
always.
So we'll see Perp on Wednesday. So make sure to tune in with Perp. Make sure if you're not following Perp, do follow Perp. I'm not doing anything today, but tomorrow I will be watching movies. We're gonna watch the Thing movies because they're one of them is my favorite horror movie of all time. So if you want to tune in and watch movies with me, come to my stream tomorrow, and that's it. There's nothing really to do today. I hope everybody has a great night. Make sure I get some food. Make sure I get that therapy and live,
Live. There you
live and
go.
nothing but.
Hmm.
Y'all have a great night. Thank you, Perk, for being here. Appreciate
No
you.
problem. Anytime, anytime. I love to talk. All right.
Y'all have a great night. Peace.